All right. Well, hello, everybody. Glad to see everybody's here tonight. Welcome to another episode of Dirt Road Salvation. Um, don't have any particular direction to go in tonight. Just thought we'd kind of open everything up for some Q&A. See maybe if anybody wants to come on here tonight and, share their piece, maybe tell some stories. It's been kind of a slow week, so slow end to the week, I guess. The week itself has been very, very long. due to everything that's been going on. So, but drop in the comments below and tell me where y'all are watching from tonight. Uh, we're here in good old Ohio, just outside of Michigan, not that far from the Toledo border. So, but anyway, so what's been going on with everybody tonight? What's on y'all's mind? We got old Tank here. He's awake for once during one of our streams. It's quite a rare blessing to have him in the world of the living today. He's coming up here to say hello to everybody. So, ooh, outside Little Rock. Okay, all right, okay, Little Rock. That ain't too bad. I've been through there quite a few times before. Uh, I think outside of Little Rock, that's where oh man, they got that one Love's there that's got that Petros in there, or Petra Petros, however you pronounce it. Got the fancy baked potatoes. That place is awesome. And Tinkerbell, okay, I don't know who Tinkerbell is, but hey, welcome, glad to have you here. Calm down, okay, it's okay, everybody's here. But anyway, so how's everybody been doing here lately? It's been a rough couple weeks here trying to get through everything. Old dog here is losing his mind. Oh, lay down, Goofy. Good dog. But anyway, so what questions do y'all have tonight? We're doing a Q&A kind of thing tonight, and thought it'd be a good time to come in here and answer everybody's questions. Petros, yes. And oh, Tank is Tinkerbell. Roger, yep, that's old Tank Tinkerbell. Oh, you got a new nickname, buddy. Look at there. So anyway, but yeah, so figured we'd open up the floor tonight just for general trucking questions, or just if y'all got any stories you want to hear or anything, or just general questions about this industry, how to get involved, what we're doing, things of that nature. So it's not too bad. It's trucking's quite a wonderful thing. It's been an interesting turn of events in my life. It wasn't something that I ever planned to be a long-term goal. It's kind of one of those things. I needed a job, figure I'd get in, make a buck, and jump right back out. And that's not at all how anything went. We've been stuck here for quite a while. Like that. Yep. Ever since 2018, we've been doing this, at least on the civilian side, anyway. But whew, it's not too bad. Hope everybody at least had a decent day today. It was a rough one. Had to sit there and get unloaded at the Costco today. And when you go inside Costco and you're going to deliver, there's nobody calls you nothing. You remember, if y'all remember correctly, the old when you would go into like Olive Garden or Red Lobster or Outback or whatever, they had little square beeper things that would light up and buzz and vibrate and just drive you absolutely crazy. They give you one of those when you go to Costco's and put it in your truck. Like, yeah, thanks. And when it goes off, it just starts buzzing and vibrating and will knock everything off. You could be dead to the world sleeping, and that thing would still go off. So it's wasn't much napping because I mean they were boom, 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 in and out, real quick, real fast, and then after that, it just seemed like that pager. Every time I turned over to catch a couple winks, they ended up going off. Let's see. Do you plan on staying behind the wheel till you decide to retire? Yeah, retire. Okay. Do I? Nice to see somebody speaks the dialect of redneck that I do, there, buddy. Um, that's really a hard thing to say. I mean, it's not. I never planned on being here this long. In the first place, but to retirement, man. I mean, maybe it depends on if I can find me a place where I can, run a little bit more local and be home a little bit more. I mean, because that's the name of the game here with being on my side of the fence, where your name's on the lease for the truck, or your name is on the note for the truck, things of that nature. Um, the name of the game is to work smarter, not harder. So, Yeah, that's right, exactly. Yeah, go to the guard shack. Absolutely. But to retirement, I mean, I'm kind of vested in it now. I bought the truck, and we got a couple other things in the work. I mean, the next best thing from what we're doing now is to go get our own motor MC number, DOT number, insurance, and DOC. I think it's DOC 3 and the blanket and all that stuff to get our own authority. So, I mean, it's doing well. It pays the bills, and Mama's happy at home because she gets to stay at home and raise the babies. Although I'm sure they drive her nuts. But I guess that's all part of it. So, but anyway, it's not been that bad. The industry itself, I would say, has been a phenomenal blessing to my family. Just in general, I came from, I was in uh, the National Guard for 7 years, I think it was, and then I did that, and I worked, a couple odds and end jobs while I was still in the Guard doing the traditional, Guard stuff, and it wasn't too bad. So anyway, I'm guessing we got a couple people who's wanting to come in here. So what's going on, everybody? Let's bring them on here and see what's going on. Hey there, Hunter. Hey, quit it, psycho. What are you doing? Sitting here trying to be nice to people, and you're driving yourself crazy.
So apparently Desiree wants to join too.
Oh, the that's the lady from Cloud Trucks. Is that correct? I do believe.
Yep. I was on a
Okay,
video. I was on a call with her, and she's like, "Oh, I'll join."
I
I
got you.
shared the link
Okay,
to her.
I just wanted to make sure. I'm really bad with names, so. All right. Well, I guess we're all gonna have a powwow here tonight. Hello. How's everybody doing today? So, anyway.
You have to press the microphone button in the
I know,
bottom
I
right
hit it with my
or
finger.
left.
I'm trying to multitask and bring in groceries. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. All right. We got one more person who wants to come in here tonight. I got a feeling this
Oh,
is gonna be
is
a
Brandon
real.
coming in too?
No, Brandon's not coming in tonight. Brandon's talking with his wife right now. My buddy Jake, which I believe
Yeah, I met
everybody
him.
knows who Jake is. He's going to be coming on here too. So anyway, so for those who are watching that's new, we're kind of all over the place on a couple different platforms here tonight. Would y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Hunter, and her server's cut out or something.
I'm Desiree.
Okay. And Desiree, how are you related to the trucking industry, if you don't mind me asking? That way, everybody's kind of got an idea of what's going on here.
I work for Cloud Trucks as an account executive, or a recruiter, I guess is the best way to put it. So I help drivers come aboard.
Ooh, that's fantastic. I do not envy that job, that's for sure. So, oh, hold on. We got one more here. We got Mr. Jake. Let's see if the server
What's
can
up?
handle all four of us tonight. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you're out of bed tonight. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Nothing.
So,
Watching my wife do schoolwork.
oh,
Hi,
okay.
Kayla.
She's back there. Say hey.
Little people and little voices, huh?
Yeah.
So,
In high places. She's on the top bunk.
I know it must be nice to be a spider monkey for once. She's such a tiny little lady. Poor thing. So, anyway, what's the topic for this roundtable discussion tonight, y'all? What's going on?
I don't know. You're the one that invited everybody.
Everyone just kind of joined in here and just said, "Hey, I want to join." So, I didn't know what the conversation topic was planning on being. I know, Hunter, you got some big things going on. What's new in your life today?
I get to give USA the finger and go work for Cloud Trucks.
Hold on, someone just dinged something. Who dinged him? Jake, did you ding somebody?
I didn't ding
No,
nobody.
that's my low brake air pressure crap because my trailer's got an air leak.
Yeah, might want to fix that trailer. But
I was gonna leave it for you.
USA told me today to deal with it, that they're not gonna let me leave for another 3 months.
I got you. Well, that's just because I got to get the title to the truck. They didn't say you couldn't leave though.
Yeah,
That was
they said as soon as they get the title, I can leave, but they gotta wait until they get the title.
I got you. Well, that makes sense. I mean, I assume so. At least that way. I mean, by the time they get the title, you'll at least have the warranty on your truck covered and all that done. Oh, hold on. I found the. There we go. We got the promise of Moses, or I'm sorry, God's promise to never flood the earth again. So, sorry about that. I hit the record limit apparently. But anyway, so okay, so well, back to what you were saying, Hunter, before your all your buzzers went off. So what's going on here with you and Cloud Trucks that you said you were doing?
I'm leaving USA as of Monday
Okay,
and going to Cloud Trucks.
gotcha.
I
Oh,
was going to
that's
wait
soon.
for another week,
Monday?
but
Ooh,
Yep.
look at you. Desiree,
I
you
was
got
gonna
him
wait
hooked,
for-
didn't you?
Sorry, what'd you say? My dog was barking.
Oh, I said you got him hooked onto the Cloud Trucks real quick, didn't you?
I think I'm fixing to take all of USA's drivers over to Cloud Trucks.
I don't
It's
know. For
fine.
me, it's kind of a I don't know. I had a good experience with USA. It's not wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. It just once they announced the merger, it just kind of I don't know, just got a little wonky.
well, yeah, you at least made money there. I never made a dime.
I know.
Yeah, that's true. That does suck. So
Well, the people at USA are nice. The rules and the rates kind of suck.
Well, the rates suck more than anything.
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing I've seen take a hit is that the that went down, but it's not been. I don't know. I had a pretty rough week set up, and then I managed to save it, and then it got nuked, and then after that, it was try to save it again. It actually worked out great because I'm going to end up going home at the end of the week, hopefully, as long as everything goes good and I don't pop any more tires.
We're going to excite Joe.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking Mountain Dew for once.
Oh, sweet Bippy.
I am.
Oh,
But
no.
she is. Because I mentioned it to her. When
You
she
guys
was
wanna-
shopping.
Look at
It's
this
so
stupid dog. I'm gonna show y'all really quick this stupid dog that likes sprinklers.
Arizona
He likes to
tea.
eat sprinklers.
Hey,
Get out of my video.
nothing wrong with that. That's a good boy right there. The best dogs are the goofy ones. Hey there, kiddo.
What? You're
So,
cold? Sorry, I'm gonna
Joe,
mute
your
really
dog
quick.
somehow knows how to get to the top
What are
bunk.
you doing over there, Kayla?
y'all
Y'all see Kayla in the top corner?
Nah, she's trying to hide. That's what's
Little
going
spider
on.
monkey up there.
Yep. So, all right.
She's
So
sitting
how
on my
about
head.
how about this? Let's start here. Let's start and talk with like Trunny. Trunny. Can't talk, man. I've been tongue tied all day. It's like I got a brick sitting on my tongue and it's in there trying to do backflips. It's
Me
terrible.
and Hunter were just talking about that. We're both like in the same boat. We don't know what's going on.
It must be parallel dimensions coming together. FBI watching, or new drugs from the government. I don't know, but anyway, how about we start with some funny trucking stories? How about that one? Who wants to go first?
All I'm
Nobody?
going to say is
Hey, Joe.
turkey.
Why don't we start off with Mississippi?
That's not a trucking story, and no. We're talking trucking, not crazy
Oh.
people.
Why
So
don't we just say-
you had a good one like the other day. You shared
Oh.
one. So why don't you start? You're the host of the show.
Okay.
You start.
Okay, so I've got several. I guess we'll start with the turkey story here. So it was during the COVID times, and it was a very dark time in the world, but it was a great time to be a truck driver. Everybody was at home. Nobody was on the roads. We could do whatever we wanted. The cops didn't even bother pulling us over. It was just like back in the good old days when no one messed with anybody and we were just all outlaws again. And they did away with the hours of service, and which is what restricts what we can do. And they just said, throw that out the window. If you're hauling essential goods, you can drive until you die. And that's what we did. We ran and ran and ran and ran and ran and ran into the ground. I think the load particularly was coming from somewhere from New Jersey and was coming into, it was going to Florida. And before, it was in the early stages of COVID when they first set everything up. And this was before they started opening up the way station there on 95 coming down into Florida as a checkpoint for people that were coming in and out of Florida. They were scanning them to make sure they didn't have symptoms, otherwise they'd quarantine them. So we're just hauling the whole day. We're coming from somewhere up in Jersey or whatever, coming down to Florida. We drove all day, and I started in the afternoon and drove all the rest of that day into the night. And we're coming into Florida sometime, I'd say 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just dead tired. Like almost, I've drank like 6 monsters, a whole like 3 pots of coffee. I'm trying to sleep. And so I decide in my infinite wisdom as I get pulled into the way station, because we always get pulled, decided that, I'm going to go reach up, because I used to keep my turkey calls in my truck because I practice my calls for when I go out hunting. So I pulled my little turkey call down and I, put it in my mouth, and I'm sitting here, chirping and practicing my turkey calls and what have you. And I'm coming into the way station, and a number of times I've seen nests and turkeys just out walking around out there and whatever. And I come in, and we stop because this DOT guy walked right out in front of my truck. Like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 12 o'clock yesterday. I'm tired. You're lucky I seen you. Anything reflective. So anyway, about that time as we come to a stop, and they give me the nod or whatever, the thumbs up or whatever they do. And I just decide, well, screw it. Why not? Let's see if we can get some turkeys out here. So I just sitting there and just driving it all absolutely wild. And about that time, you watch this whole group of turkeys just come down out of their roosting area and right down into the middle of the way, almost knocking the DOT officer over. And he takes off running inside, and now I got to sit there and wait for the parade of turkeys to finish crossing the road, because apparently they were hungry or something. And, luckily I was stuck. If I'd have been moving, that would have really sucked. But, such is life, I suppose. So, all right, who wants to go next?
My life's boring. I don't have any stories.
Oh, don't lie to. Oh, don't even start with me. I remember Irving. I know how that was.
Oh my Jesus! It was fucking ice cream, Joe.
No, it was sherbet. Ice cream ain't purple.
Hey, at least I've never been kicked out for cussing someone out for the price of milk, Joe.
He's done that more than once. He's done that more than once.
That was a very long time ago. It was dark times, okay? It was late. I wanted some milk, okay? It didn't.
I've never left my boots, my coat, my belt, and all my belongings, and a $80 bottle of Jack Daniels, and hauled ass and never turned around.
Those were extenuating circumstances.
Right? Sure.
Talk about
no,
that.
Trust me, I'd have done the same thing.
Anyway, so yeah, the chocolate milk story. So I don't remember what exit it was or where it's at, but there's a truck stop in, I think it's South Carolina, and it has a bowling alley in it. So nice little bowling alley. It's not too bad. And I was like, again, it's the middle of the night. I got stopped, and I got there, and I dropped the hook and changed trailers with another driver who I was working with at the time. And we get in there, and I'm like, I'm looking around. I only got like $5 at the time, so I left my wallet in there and just brought cash with me. I'm like, okay, $5. I can get a bowl of cereal and a thing of milk. I got this. So I go get my Lucky Charms, and it's like 99 cents. The chocolate milk. I walked up to the counter, and I set it on the counter. And I'm not paying attention. I'm on my phone, and she's talking. And all of a sudden it comes back, and it's like, they go, I'll be like, fact that cereal was 99 cents. There's no way that this chocolate milk is like $6. So I looked at her and go, how much is the milk? And she goes, it's $6 and whatever $5 whatever the change was. I go, and mouth. I didn't even stop to think. The first words out of my mouth was I go, was it from a panda? She says, no. I said, what about a panda chocolate milk? Because unless those are the reasons that this milk costs so much, I'm not paying for the chocolate milk. And they escorted that. You go stay. So, yeah.
Joe's got the most stories out of everybody.
Oh man, I got tons of stories. I was just thinking of them.
He puts himself in these situations, though.
I do no such thing. I do
Very
not look
much
for
so.
trouble.
He opens that big mouth and shoves his foot in it almost every time he walks in a store.
Come on.
You do.
Sometimes you just gotta let people know what's going on. You can't just be that kind of, it is.
Look, all I'm gonna say is Menards.
I don't know. Story.
Joe got us all kicked out of Menards.
Joe breaking up.
I don't know how I got.
Joe's breaking up a little bit.
Stop.
Yeah.
Joe needs to find actual self-service points.
I'll do it to myself.
So, let's see here. See if I can.
So where are all of you guys at? Like, what cities are you stopped in?
I'm just outside Toledo.
Ah.
Yep. Hunter's thinking. I can see the smoke.
I'm in DeKalb, Illinois.
What about you, Jake?
I'm right outside of Little Rock.
Oh. Y'all are all down south.
Oh no, I'm
in Illinois.
Compared to them.
No, I'm up here in daggum Yankeeville. Up here in
Ohio.
I am in Yankeeville. I'm in Seattle.
Oh.
Yes, you are.
Although they filmed iZombie in Seattle, and that was a great show.
It was.
I've never watched it. I've watched the zombies movies on Disney because my daughter loves them, but that's about it.
I don't know anything about that, but watch iZombie. It's a modern take on zombies. It's great.
I got into the whole new Resident Evil thing.
iZombie's about a zombie girl helping the cops solve murders and stuff. She eats the brains of the people that die and help solve their murders.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds interesting.
Cool.
It is.
Kind of like my true crime, it sounds like something like that. I like my NCIS and true crime. Joe?
Did we lose Hunter?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just, I don't know. Not my thing. When you've worked in a prison system, that whole true crime thing loses its passion.
I hit the wrong button.
Oh,
we only do this every week, Hunter. Come on now.
He can't help where he's at. I'm just kidding.
It's okay. It's okay. Every group's got to have.
How many times do you hit the wrong button? At least my dog doesn't try to eat a taser flashlight, Joe.
Well, I mean, that was his fault.
That, and I don't feed my dog sand ball either.
Oh, now that's a good story. So, I had made up. I cook in my truck. That's one of the things I love doing. I love cooking in my truck. So, at the time I had a bigger truck and I had more room, so I had a little burner, a little electric burner in here, and a wok and all kinds of cool stuff. And I made up a big old wok full of fried rice because I had some leftover rice. And I had picked up this stuff I heard was really good called sambal, and it's really good. It honestly is. It's great. But it is much more potent than what the label says, and I can't read Japanese symbols, so it could have had a warning on there, but I don't know. So I make up the fried rice, and I put a couple little dabs of sambal in there for this whole big wok, And I take it and I do my tossing and whatever, and I finish cooking, and we eat. So I eat what I can stomach, and I obviously put the what I wasn't going to eat away. And then I'm like, wow, that's kind of warm. That's pretty good. And but okay, So I took the rest of it and I put it in Tank's food bowl, figuring he'll eat the leftovers. It wasn't terrible. If you don't want it, I'll throw it away in the morning. So the dog, he eats it and the rest of his dog food, and then we get back into the truck after I let him out for the night, and we go to bed. I wake up the next morning to what I assume is the equivalent of a dying bear, and he's sitting here pouncing and scratching and, oh my God, Dad, I gotta go, and he's just losing his mind. Yeah, look, chewing on your phone. Yeah, I'm telling stories about you. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'm up. And so I get the door open, and he don't even let me put his leash on him. He just straight like, boom, hits me, rolls out of the truck, and takes off running. I'm thinking my dog's running away. I'm mad. I'm thinking my dog, he's never coming back. I just lost my dog. My sister's gonna kill me. I'm gonna come home without the dog. My wife's gonna beat me. I'm gonna, like, my whole world's gonna end because this dumb dog ran away.
My wife's
And
done that.
what's he do? He runs right out to the field, like 10 trucks away, into the middle of the field, turns around 3 times, squats, and starts howling as he's taking care of his morning business. And as I'm sitting here watching this in absolute just puzzlement, I didn't think, it was that hot. I, one, wondered if my dog was going to be okay, and then two, I often wondered, what have I really done to myself? And afterwards, he just trots right back up to the truck with a little limp, like, you suck, Dad. Why'd you do that to me?
That poor dog.
Hey, what's up, Doug from Wisconsin? What's going on tonight, buddy? We're just hanging out tonight telling trucker stories.
Well, Joe
And
is.
yeah, I guess I am. Everybody else is scared. Bunch of scaredy cats.
Oh, fine. I'll tell you one from mine. Ironically enough, I was in Wisconsin.
Ooh.
And I get pulled into the scale house, and my trailer's overweight, and I'm getting out, and I'm gonna move the tandems one hole, and I'm sitting there and I'm saying, son of a bitch, I got it in the wrong hole. Well, I didn't look behind me to see who was coming out. It was a female DOT officer. She heard the whole thing. She just started laughing. She's like, I'm just going to give you a warning for this one. That was the best thing I've heard all day.
Let's see. I had one.
Come on, Jake. You got to have at least one.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Give me a good one.
Nah, I'm a 9 to 5er, man.
9 to 5. Stop lying. You drive a truck. There ain't no 9 to 5.
Well, we're all solar powered today, so.
Yeah.
Not by choice. The specific people didn't want to answer whether it was loaded today or not. That's why we're still sitting.
Tank,
I
Although
don't really have those stories.
no story. Hey, Tank. What's up, dog? What you doing?
He wants some sandball and a taser flashlight.
He wants some more of that chocolate bread you made.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm still mad at you for that, Tank. Douche.
He tried to take pancake mix and make bread.
I remember that.
Hold on. So, in my defense, okay, this is one of the few times I actually failed while I was cooking in my truck. Okay, usually it comes out pretty good, but anyway, so here we were. I wanted a sandwich, and I didn't have any bread. I had everything to make bread except flour and yeast. I'd have been okay with some flat bread that was unleavened. I'd have been okay with that. But anyway, so I started looking online on things I could substitute for bread flour. Well, wouldn't you know, pancake mix has the majority of the, things you need to make bread. But apparently when you don't measure things right, or you only have one measuring item in your truck and you got to kind of guesstimate, you end up making cake. And you can't mix chocolate pancake mix with what
She
little
doesn't even have
flour
to have,
you
the,
do
to have the
have,
mic on her. We can tell when she's laughing.
because the pancake mix overrides the flour that you have. So it just doesn't work. And so here I was, I had this really uber dark, bitter chocolate cake pancake bread stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. And it doesn't taste bad if you put some honey on it. So whatever. My dog doesn't like this stuff, and I leave it out on my fridge, on top of my fridge. And I go inside for. I literally stepped out to go. I think I was working on the APU. I stepped outside to go reset something on the APU, and I come back in, and I didn't even notice it. Like, I came in, laid back down, and everything, and I was about to take a nap, and I go, I could use some of that nasty chocolate pancake bread. And about that time, this is like 3 hours later, I look up and the whole thing's gone, and I'm like, and my dog's just sitting there, and I'm like, really? Come on, can't have nothing nice. Okay. And he says, Doug says just hanging, and he's gonna hit the road on Monday. Oh boy. Well, sounds like it's a good time to be at the house. So hopefully you got some good stuff planned for being at home.
I want to go home.
I, Me too. I'm going home next weekend. That's it. I'm gonna be out.
Going home on the 28th.
I'll go home Monday.
Yeah, but you heading right back out though, ain't you?
Home's in
It depends on how fast she can get stuff mailed to me.
I told you that you're almost there. It's just all about finances, Well,
Oh crap! I
finance
still
team.
gotta finish that plate thing too.
Well, we can actually start. Oh wait, you signed your lease agreement. I'll get the plates process started tomorrow. I was told that today by onboarding. So once you have your cab card though, that's all you need. That only takes like 5 days, so you'll be good.
Did you get an answer to the other question?
What other question? You've asked me like 30,000 in the past month.
The transfer question.
Finance?
Yeah.
We just have to fill out the request form and get your welcome pack ordered, which will happen tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake, you look like you're just like a head floating in the darkness right now.
He is the darkness.
All you can see is his face.
Hold on.
And now she's gonna be mad. You got light on up there. She's gonna be mad at you.
Dude, if you end up, let's see, someone from Facebook, is that Desiree from Cloud Trucks?
No.
Well, introduce yourself there, Desiree. Someone was asking if that's you from Cloud Trucks.
That is me.
Yeah, so if you have any questions for them, that'd be a good time to ask, because I think she's probably going to have most of the answers. Although I don't know how she's going to feel about working on her off time, but
Hopefully this is okay. I don't know if this is allowed, but
with the amount that Clarissa puts up there, I mean, you should be able to promote it on your own.
Yeah.
The vendor should be happy. Look at this, she's promoting on her off time. Look at that.
Oh wow, multitasking, cooking dinner, taking care of kids, just do it all.
Fun times. So, all right, come on, Jake. Give me a story.
What?
I can't be the only one that's telling stories tonight. I've done one. Hunter's done one. You're next.
I only got like pulling people out stories.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, everybody does call me Hooker. That is my CB handle.
I mean,
my grandpa's last name is Hooker, and so like his son, he was like, everybody just always called him Hooker, but they never used his first name. Just always called him Hooker.
See my hat? Hold on.
No,
it's too dark. Hooker on it.
Oh.
But
that's
I don't
funny.
know. This was probably 3 months ago. I was in Louisiana, I believe, and there was a road that said "Do not enter" on it. All right.
Oh boy.
And one of the Navajo trucks, he decided he was going to go up that hill. Well, half the road give out, and he slid off in the ditch, and his truck was literally like sitting like this, almost going in the ditch.
Right.
I actually have a video of me pulling him out, but I had my trailer fully loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I took one of them crane straps from the port, and hooked to the back of his truck or his trailer, and put it in third gear and just let it eat. And when he come through that ditch, I swear to God, I thought he shit himself because when he come through the ditch, the cab of his truck, like the truck was like this when he come through, and I snatched him back up and snatched the truck back flat. He was like, "Man, I thought I was gonna die." It was an Indian dude. But I saved him and his company probably eight grand. It had to have the big boy to get him out of that.
My
the only
wife.
thing I got like that is I took my truck in downtown Newark one time,
Damn.
and I
Doing something.
didn't hit anything.
I could
Oh.
turn around at a what is it, a 7-Eleven
Mm-hmm.
in New Jersey.
Yeah, no, okay.
That was a time.
Yeah, I had to go from one side of Newark to the other, and the ramp to get on the highway was closed. I was like, all right, well, this is gonna be fun. I found a road that was a straight shot next to an overpass, and it must have been my day because there was a car on fire in the way, and I was like, really? So now I've got to go through downtown Newark.
Great. Don't you love that?
Right.
I wouldn't do it. Not to say I'd have parked it, handed him a fire extinguisher, and said, "Here, let me help."
Now, there was no way around. Like, all right, here we go.
I had to put somebody's truck out 2 days ago.
Uh-oh.
Riding down the road, and an F-350 was caught on fire on the side of the road. And he was
Nice.
just sitting there watching it, like, "What do I do? What do I do?" So I pulled my trailer brakes and slid to a stop and jumped out with my fire extinguisher and put his truck out.
You know, Joe, with all the ABU issues you've been having, that's probably going to be you one of these days.
What? Nah, I'll just go. Dude, I got a sledgehammer on this truck. I'll run out there and bust that APU off and let it burn to the ground. I ain't losing my truck over an APU.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to grab tank and run.
Yeah, that's what I did. So, okay. I had that. That's exactly what happened. Oh, my God. My wife is... Susie, if you're stopping, just stop what you're doing. Don't be messing with these things.
What?
So-
We probably don't want to know at this point.
No, okay, so my wife is she's just big into ghosts and stuff, and she watches Ghost Adventures, and she's like super jealous that I've been out to the Clown Motel in Tonopah, which is
You got
cool.
your truck invaded by the clowns.
Yeah, whatever. Electrical issues. But anyway, she's sitting there. She just sent me a bunch of recordings that she's like, "You gotta go listen to these. There's weird things in our house." And I'm like, "Don't, no, we're not. No, just burn some sage, pray to Jesus, and it'll all be okay. We got this. I ain't messing with no ghosties." So
If you leave them alone, they leave you alone.
that's
Just
exactly how I
coexist.
feel about it. Here's a good.
Until you park at the clown motel in the middle of the night and don't even know you're doing it.
Do what?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I was running a load out to Tonopah, Nevada, or not. I'm sorry, I was going to Sparks, Nevada, but the way I went, you had to come across the Grand Canyon, go through the back roads in the back country, through the desert, and you run through Tonopah, Nevada. It's a little bitty small town, right? But they have a place called the Clown Motel there. It was on Ghost Adventures and such. And it was the middle of the night, and it was snowing, and I just was tired, so I pulled into this little parking lot that was empty. There was nothing in it, and I could see where trucks had been in and out of there. So I went into there, parked, turned around, and closed my curtains, and went to bed. And my dog the whole night, I had a different dog with me. I had Goliath with me, my old husky dog, and so I took him, and after we went to bed, and the whole night, hey, there's Rob Truckin'. There he is. He's back on his YouTube stuff. Anyway, and we were, the whole night, the dog was just pacing around, acting weird. Like, I could make phone calls, but I couldn't get on Facebook. And then, like, other times I could get on Facebook or YouTube, but I couldn't make phone calls. Or, like, my wife would tell me she couldn't understand me. And, like, the next day I talked to her, she's like, everything was just all kind of garbled and whatever. And so, the next morning after everything had, went about its course, I had Um, I open up the windows as the sun's coming up, and wouldn't you know it, I got a big, giant, red-nosed, buffy clown staring me right in the eyeballs, and I'm like, great, I'm so screwed right now. And according to rumor, the Clown Motel in Tonopah is like one of the most haunted places in America. There's a graveyard behind the hotel, and supposedly the story is when the mine collapsed, there are a lot of miners died and they're buried behind the motel, and they supposedly possess and take control um, the dolls, and they do all kinds of crazy stuff. So
Yeah,
And
I'd
yeah,
get out of
apparently
that
they
place
possess
quick.
trucks too for you.
yeah, and see, like, well, I think it was just an electrical issue because the radio was always kind of wonky in that truck, and sorry guys, Brandon's wanting to come on here.
Well, here
Well,
I
we
got
can
to go
look
to
and see
bed.
if you can do
I got to
5.
get up in 7 hours.
All right, buddy, have a good
We're
night.
on.
So y'all have a good one.
Talk to all of
Yeah, you
y'all
too.
tomorrow.
All right, have a good one.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Oh well, I'm not going. Just him, I guess.
Oh,
I just had to say that
okay.
too, but it's fine.
All right. I just sent
Get
Brandon a link.
Brandon
He's
on
gonna
here,
come on
Joe.
here. I'm working on it. Whenever he gets his goofy butt in here, we'll get him going. Apparently, he's
This is the other
stuck in
guy we've been
Atlanta.
talking to you about.
So,
Brandon.
yep, Brandon Flower. He loves flowers.
How sweet.
And
And grits.
when he
And
comes
grits.
on here, you need to ask him what his favorite brand of grits are.
You'll understand.
Trust me, it'll be great.
I don't like
But
grits.
I'm
I know you probably don't like me, but it's fine.
it's okay. I mean, I mean, there's not grits ain't everything in life, but I mean, they're pretty good. They go with almost everything.
Trust me, you'll get entertainment out of asking Brandon.
Oh yeah,
What are they called? Like cream of wheat or something? Is that
no,
like a brand?
no,
What's
no.
I don't know.
It's grits.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, grits.
oh, Quaker.
That's what
Gotcha.
I get.
That's the kind of
But
oatmeal I buy.
yeah, Quaker makes good stuff. Oh, here he is. Okay, hold on. Let's see if he's actually going to be partaking. Hey, speak. Boo boo.
Hola, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can, and we got a very important question for you.
She can't do it.
Oh, come on! Just because his head's so shiny that you can't hardly see him, don't mean
Oh, you want me to ask it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
you're the recruiter here.
dang, you put me on the spot. What's your favorite brand of grits?
I'm gonna kick all y'all's asses. Hunter, I know that came from you.
Actually, no, it didn't.
Where'd that come from?
Joe. That came straight from Joe.
You're welcome, buddy.
You get on my damn nerves. Still
It's
love
all right.
you though, teddy bear.
You
That's
still
what-
know it's bad that Yankees had grits and you haven't.
Hey, look, it'll come one day, okay?
Oh no,
I
but
bet
seriously
that's what
though.
she says.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so the last time I was home, I was. Me and my cousin were out fishing, and somebody was out having a conversation. Brandon, I know me and you've had this talk before, and there's some old drunk guy out on the river was just, he was oh, the South will rise again, and he's
Drunk
just
guy
kept going
down
on.
by the river.
He kept going on and on and on about it. And I walked over to him. I said, "Listen, son, the South ain't never gonna rise. They can't even figure out how to have good traffic in Atlanta." And then I turned around and left, and he just stood there, the jaw on the floor, like, "What?"
I've said it once and I'll say it again. If Sherman ever came back from the dead and burnt down Atlanta, I would not be mad about it.
Yeah, Atlanta's a monster. So all right,
Man, I'm stuck in Atlanta right now, and you already know how I feel about it.
What, did your
Yeah.
truck break down again?
no,
No, all right, so look, I picked up a load in Ohio, and it delivered in, how do you pronounce it? McDonough,
McDonut.
McDonut.
whatever, McDonough, Georgia. So I delivered it, right? I got here to my next pickup, dropping hook at FedEx Freight, and
I didn't know you
the
went back.
now that's FedEx Ground. Um, so this pickup had a delivery or a pickup window between 12:01 a.m. today and 11:59 tonight. I get here at like 6:14. The load is still not ready.
Hold on. We got to stop real quick, Brandon. This is important. Okay, all of y'all are gonna love this. Okay, this is
It's another
word for
grit
word
stroke.
from. No, it's not. But this is word for word from my wife. She's playing with this app that apparently Ghost Talkback or whatever on, and she goes, "I told a cricket to get out of the house, and I yelled at it, and then she goes, then the ghost yelled at the cricket to get out. I guess ghosts don't like crickets." So I know what to take with me next time I go to Tonopah.
People from
if
North
you got
Carolina
a
don't like grits.
if you got a ghost problem, you need to talk to my wife.
Well, get with me when we're off of this. I'll put your wife in touch with my wife, and we'll get rid of the crickets and the ghosts because I need more fish bait.
It ain't that simple, buddy. But yeah. So I've been here for a little over 3 hours now, and the load is still not ready. Oh, we'll call you when it's ready. Feels like I'm back at my FedEx Ground days.
Or
They
a
got
meat place.
they got a little over an hour left before the load is out of its pickup window, and
call
it's got to
that the
be
drop
delivered
dead
tomorrow in Connecticut.
Have fun with that.
Man, even the mail don't want to go to Connecticut. That's pretty sad.
There goes my $6,000 week.
No kidding. So yeah, my wife wants to link up with your wife on a different time there, buddy. So yeah, hey, maybe
Desiree, me and you are going to have a serious conversation about cloud trucking one of these days.
I've heard. I look
Yeah.
forward to it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I told him about it.
Oh shit! I told you both about it.
Nope, you got me. I get him. You stop it.
You got your other friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some serious income right now. I'm about broke.
Yeah.
Welcome to USA Truck.
Yeah, no kidding.
Slogan: We're about broke.
My wife,
I told them on their Facebook page that this company's a joke. They tried to call me, and I said no, I'm not going to be sweet talked about a bunch of BS that I know is BS.
I don't badmouth anybody.
Well, that's where you and I are different.
That's why he's called a Hamburglar.
You have experienced it. I have not, so I have no room to talk. So I will listen to your pain points and tell you how I can make them better is what I will do.
Hey Joe, why don't you tell them? Why don't you let everybody know what you were told twice already? We're not going to say by who.
Oh no, I'm not getting involved in that. No, this ain't a USA versus cloud kind of thing. That's not what we're.
Hey, I wasn't going to say anything about names. You did.
So yeah, y'all was telling a bunch of trucker stories a minute ago. I got one if you want me to share it.
Uh-oh.
All right, keep it PG. We're streaming on Twitch. There might be a kid floating around in here somewhere, so keep it PG.
Does it involve grits?
But first of all,
Shut up, Hunter.
y'all, apparently my wife is getting yelled at by these ghosts for yelling at the crickets. So now they're.
You need to tell her to get off that app. That's what you need to do.
I already have.
The first thing that my wife will tell you is do not talk back to spirits. You don't know if they're good or bad, and they
you
are
a Ouija
deceitful.
board and have some real fun.
No, I have seen those Ouija movies, and you can suck it. Absolutely not.
If my wife saw anybody using a Ouija board, she'd walk up to them and smack them with it.
As she should. You don't play with those things. Anyway, come on with the story. Come on.
So my story comes from.
Wait. Hunter,
They gonna tell me to tell the story.
Are you in a red room right now, buddy?
He's the red light district.
Woo! You're a hooker.
He's
You both wish.
No, honey, you don't even
Keep
come close to
fantasizing
my.
over there, you two.
So anyway, with my story, this comes back from when I used to transport trucks to brand new trucks to dealerships. I was working at auto truck transport, and they had a Laredo terminal. So
Ooh, Laredo.
I
Sorry.
had gotten my load of trucks, and I had to go to the Loves up the street to put fuel in the lead truck. Well, Laredo being so close to the Mexico border, a lot of Mexican truck drivers came up and were fueling at the Loves. Well, this one particular driver had parked in a fuel island, and he had parked there. God, I probably sat there for about 20 minutes waiting for him. He wasn't coming out to the truck. I went up
Oh,
to
I
his
know this
truck.
one now.
Yeah, I went up to the truck. He wasn't in there. I go back to my truck, sit and wait. I go back to his truck. I knock on the door to see if there's any signs of life inside, and nobody came. I went back to the truck and I sat and waited some more. Started thinking. I got I got my balls up and
That's where it
everything.
got dangerous.
Yeah. So I went and decided I'm gonna go open the door. I went and opened the door. It was like, "Hello, is anybody in here?" Didn't hear nobody. So the driver wasn't in his truck, but the keys were. And
That's a dumb driver.
left his door unlocked and keys in the ignition. And it was a 13-speed transmission, which I know how to drive all the way up to 18 speeds. So I hopped in there and turned his truck on, and I moved it up to where you're supposed to park a truck after you're done fueling. Which I don't know if he had gotten done fueling or what. He could have been in the bathroom wiping his butt for all I know. But still, Fuel Island's not a parking spot, and I wasn't having it. And I was ready to get down the road. So
Mhm.
I moved his truck up to the line, and then I pulled my truck in, and I started getting fuel. And by the time I put the fuel nozzle in the tank, he comes out, and he's like, "You move my truck! You move my truck! Did you move my truck?" It's like, "Yeah, I moved your truck. This ain't a damn parking spot." He got all mad at me, rightfully so. I'd be mad if somebody moved my truck too. That's pretty much an invasion of privacy, but I didn't take nothing. I wasn't interested in anything except, getting his truck out of the fuel island. So we're having this back and forth, and the whole time I never stopped pumping fuel. I kept pumping fuel, and he's like, "I'm gonna call the cops." I said, "Call them. I didn't take nothing."
I'm surprised you speak
So
enough English for that.
Oh well, at least they don't speak as Deutsch.
Nah,
so I
my
get done
friend, you better be
fueling.
practicing that.
Do what? Oh no. I finished fueling and everything, and I hop back in my truck. And it's if anybody's ever hauled doubles, you already know it's extremely difficult to back up doubles. Well, I had 3 tractors piggybacked on top of me, so that's multiple elbows right there to try and keep straight. But
So okay, I got
I
a
I
question.
was
Here,
hang
hold
on,
on.
hang on. I was
Hey.
able to back those trucks up, and I popped a U-turn and took off.
Hmm.
Okay, what's your question?
Okay, so when you're hauling trucks piggyback, right? Do you have to have
Hmm.
a doubles and triples endorsement to do that, or is that only for B
You do
trans?
have to have doubles and triples.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't mess with doubles and triples, so I didn't know.
I've got everything except for hazmat endorsement.
Well, all right. Let's see. Hunter, your turn for story time. Come on with it.
I already told my one good story.
Got one. You mean to tell me in all these years of your infinite wisdom and your red room, you don't have any better stories?
Nope.
Ha! So sad.
I met this weird guy from Indiana though. He likes to wear camo and he's got this big long red beard. got lights in his truck. This crazy pit bull.
Nah, he's sleeping. That's what
Both
he
your
always
dogs
does.
love and miss me.
Oh, stand up, fatty
My
cake.
dog's
We're working.
sleeping.
Anyway, so
What did you just do, Brandon?
he ran away. Bye, Brandon.
You scared him. Scared him away with the grits.
No, I think he got mad because I stood my thing up over there, and then he got all kinds of mad about it. I don't know. Come back, Brandon. Don't make me start singing songs now.
I'll leave if you do.
Well,
The only song you're good with is "Ding Fries Are Done."
Ding fries are done. Ding fries are done. Ah, man, I
By the
miss
way,
being home.
if you walk into Joe's house and just say "Ding Fries Are Done," his wife automatically does the whole thing.
Yep, it's great. That's how I figure out what room she's in.
Oh my god. Like your own Marco Polo, essentially.
Oh no, we play Marco Polo in Walmart too.
Oh. I do
I'm
that all the time.
surprised you haven't gone to Walmart and done the whole monkey thing.
Nah, we play hide and seek, and then I fall asleep somewhere, and then I'll wake up like 2 hours later, an hour later, and realize my wife's been unsupervised, and I left my wallet in the cart. That's dangerous. I live life on the edge.
I could see you walking into Walmart and doing the whole monkey thing, getting everybody to start doing the monkey thing in there.
Nah,
You know what I'm
that's not
talking
my
about,
thing.
right?
Yeah, the whole Johnny Bravo thing.
I know you do the monkey call and everybody joins in.
Nah, we do the pig call where I come from. Suey, here, pig, 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 pig. You know.
We'll wake the dog up with that one.
Nah, he won't wake up for that. Unless it's bacon, he don't care. Where'd you go, Brandon? I bet he had to go. He probably finally got his load done.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man, what other stories do I have? Oh my goodness.
Earl,
No, that is not an
you
appropriate
said
story.
maybe.
No, I did not. I said no such thing. Oh, his wife called. You could have at least said bye.
No, when it came to you, he just said "suey pig."
Sweet. That's all right. Oh, let's see. What else? Oh goodness. Story time. Story time.
Cooking out in the middle of a deserted parking lot in the middle of frickin' winter.
No, that ain't really a good one. Let's see. So okay, we were rolling through Indianapolis, and we were on a 4-lane road with a turn lane in the middle, and it was a back road. So you had 2 lanes over here, 2 lanes over here, and you had the turn lane in the center. And we were coming up to a light, and my dog had put the window down on his side, and this is before I figured out how to disable the window lock on his side. And I'm making a left-hand turn. I got all the traffic blocked off. And my dog rolled the window down, and next thing you know, he straight just whoop right out the window. Didn't miss a beat. He just boop gone. Takes
Which
off out
dog
the
was
window
this?
after a rabbit tank, and he takes off after this rabbit. And so here I am. I'm like, oh my god, my dog. What just happened? So I lock up the brakes, smoke the tires, pull the air brakes, and I shut the truck off. I got the entire road split, and I get out and I walk around my truck, and I'm like, hey, tank, where you at, dog? And then he comes out, trancing out of the woods with a rabbit in his mouth. And I'm like, spit it out. It ain't coming in the truck. I don't know where you got it from. And he just walks right up to me. I open the door, and whoop, up he goes. We get in and drive off. The whole time, everyone
found the drugs.
Yeah, the whole time we're throwing rocks, or people's throwing rocks at me and bottles, and some drunk drivers throwing beer bottles at me, and I got the whole town
Get
of
out of the road.
Indianapolis at me. And next thing you know, they're all just mad. And I'm just driving off, waving like, "Hey, have a nice day, guys. Hey, you guys." So,
That's just normal language for you people in Indiana.
yep.
My phone is about to die on y'all any second, just so you know.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, you go plug it in, and you have a good night.
Yes. Well, you guys have a good night. Thanks for letting me
Hope
join your
you
little stream. It was fun listening to some stories.
got tons of stories. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, everybody's gone. And then there's two. So, what's been on your mind lately? I
Getting
got
away
one.
from USA Truck.
Got one. We're not doing that today. What do you think is the next big thing in trucking?
You forgot the last part. What do you think the next big thing in trucking is?
I don't care.
You can't
What do you
read
think
your
the
own
next
stuff.
big thing in trucking?
I have no idea.
No idea, huh? I would be remiss if I did not actually admit the fact that I'm excited for electric trucks. I do not believe that the infrastructure is going to be here
You
anytime in the
intentionally
next
cut it
20 years. But anyone who has ever been to a drag strip when they're running the electric cars, it is absolutely flabbergasting. It is just ridiculous the amount of power that them electric cars can just put down. And it's such a weird thing to drive one of them because like there's no sense of speed. There's no engine revving. It's just you push the throttle and boom, it's instantly like instant power. You don't have to go through the four strokes of combustion. There's not the delay. There's just no sense of speed. It's just boom, boom, gone. And it's a really weird phenomenon to be running in one of those. So I think that's going to be the next big thing, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Susie must be watching.
I don't know. I don't think she is.
She made a comment on Facebook about something.
Oh, I don't know. Quit stalking my wife, weirdo.
It popped up, dude.
So, I don't know. What do you think? Are you going to be excited for electric trucks or no?
I'm more excited for hydrogen fuel cell trucks. Which everybody's always afraid, oh no, it's hydrogen. Okay, there's hydrogen in everything. All they're doing is compressing more hydrogen into water.
Here's the thing that makes me nervous, though, is with everything with electric trucks and the way that things are going and progressing, eventually the amount of knowledge that we're going to have to be as far as troubleshooting and working on these things as they do away with things, it's going to completely have to change. Like there's I came in on the last end as far as a generation of like how carbureted motors were, and direct and indirect injection diesel motors, and pre-emissions. And from what I grew up working on with my old man, compared to what we have now, I mean, everything now is so centered that it's like when you open up the hoods on these things, it's like it's just a spaceship, and it's intimidating because you got all these different things running everywhere and all over the place, and that's the thing that makes me nervous. And that's probably going to be about the time I'm going to call it quits, is when it's no longer something that I can comprehend how to work on. I'm sure I can learn how to do it. It's not a problem to learn these things, but that's what makes me nervous, is the fact of them actually advancing so far to where you actually almost have to have a doctorate to be able to work on these things. That's what scares me.
But I thought you knew everything.
Everyone tends to think that when that's not exactly the case. Just because I know... Oh, hey, Brandon's back. Hey, why didn't you tell me you was, like, coming back, bro? Like, you just up and dipped and was like, screw you guys. I'm going to go take My non-grit eating self down back to the river.
Maybe
Well,
I'll find me some grips.
I'm gonna smack every one of you.
Well,
When
Look,
my
it
wife
comes.
called, since I'm on my headset, it muted me on here, so I couldn't tell y'all bye. But I had to answer the phone, and so yeah. And I didn't tell you I was coming back because surprise, mofo.
Uh, it ain't a big surprise. I figured you'd come back. So, all right. So I'm gonna pose to you the same question that I asked Mr. Red Room over there because he's afraid to show his colors, his chicken feathers. What do you think is the next big thing in trucking?
The next big thing in trucking is not EV trucks. It's going to be a technology boom push.
So what do you mean? Like we've already got ELDs, we've already got
Pretty much like how cloud
tracking.
trucking runs. Uh, I believe dispatchers are going to be going the way of the wayside, and loads will be picked based off of AI for best optimal performance and routing, pay, time, stuff like that. Um, I believe that's coming sooner than what a lot of people think it is. Um, yeah, that and many other things. I think it's going to be a technology boom in the trucking
Okay.
industry.
hey, I'll be excited when we no longer have to have paper bills of lading.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it, dude. I got entire cabinets full. My wife hates me every time I come home because of how much paperwork I bring home. The paperless bill of lading would be just so freaking nice, just to be able to send it off to some drive somewhere, and if anyone needs it, you just go
Me
doodly
and
doo.
That's one of those
somebody
things I'd
else.
like to ask the founder of Cloud Trucks, to Bennett, if he's looked into that at all.
That's something that I've had a conversation with one of y'all about. Like, why is there not an app where companies can join this app and a company can be a shipper or the receiver with the account on this app, and then you as a driver get put on their load, so they just send you the BOL to like your phone through the app, or it's just on the app. And if you need to access it for any reason, it's on the app. And then when you get to the place, because we have to have location on most of the time for a lot of these tracking apps that we have to use, when you get there, as soon
Joe's
as you
afraid of
cross
tracking.
the entrance gate of this facility, the BOL gets sent to the delivery. Hey, this load has arrived. And then they just communicate with you through the app. You don't even have to go into a shipping or receiver office anymore. Hey, drop this trailer. Glad you made it here safe. Drop trailer in blah blah blah, and your trailer is blah 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 over there.
A lot of
I
blah
don't
blah
think. I mean, but we're never going to get rid of the whole live load, live unload thing. I mean, you're always going to have that to some degree.
Well,
blah,
yeah, I
unfortunately.
didn't say anything about there not being any live load or unload,
I guess
but
I
if
misunderstood what you were saying. My bad.
so, and that's what I gave was like a drop and hook situation. In a live
Okay,
load
okay.
situation,
We're still
if the
talking about paperwork and bill of lading and stuff, Joe.
if the
I,
customer, if the shipper and receiver are account holders on this particular app,
mm-hmm.
when your phone crosses through the entrance gate, it gets uploaded immediately with the shipping and receiver office, and then they just go ahead and tell you, move your tandems back, open your doors, clean your truck out, blah blah blah, dock on door, whatever.
See, if I understand, Amazon's doing something similar to that. They send QR codes and stuff, and if anybody in here knows more about the Amazon stuff, let me know. But you show up to the shack, they scan it, and they go from there, and that's all your transactions, from what I understand. I'm pretty sure
Walmart
there's.
tried to move to that a while ago too.
I don't
I
understand why a lot of companies aren't doing that already. Like we live in a world full of technology and apps and smartphones. Like, why are we not doing this?
A
You
lot
know,
of
I
places started doing it during COVID, and then as soon as COVID kind of went away, they went back to the normal thing.
yeah.
FedEx Ground was doing something like that. So when you completed your load and brought it to a FedEx terminal, you basically called in a number and put some numbers in and your trailer numbers and whatever, or you texted a certain number, and when they had a load ready for you, they would call or text you with where you were going and all the information that you needed, and then they would text you pictures of the BOL.
I got you.
Somebody wanted
Like,
to say hi to Brandon.
hey, you're my puppy, Fenrir. Hey, you're my puppy.
Eat his face, dog.
He loves me.
Give him some grits.
You're gonna absolutely wear that out, aren't you?
Grits.
It's okay. You ever want to get back at him, I'll give you a couple nicknames that drive him crazy.
Yeah, I know Superbad does.
I wasn't
Oh, that was actually worth it.
gonna say do that on the internet, but I mean, if we're all out there, okay.
Oh,
Hey,
that
it's
was
still
totally
PG.
worth being called that.
Spinners for
Oh,
quitters.
Joe, you are not allowed to take that out either.
Oh no, I'm not gonna. I didn't plan on leaving this one up. I got other videos that are up. This thing will kill the algorithm if I keep this one up, since I uploaded 2 videos today. I was productive, y'all.
About time.
So have you heard what's going on in California since that whole AB5 thing has passed?
Are you talking to
Not
me?
really.
Um, Apparently, from what I was sent earlier, if I understood what it was said, the independent contractors that were working the docks are protesting the docks now. And there's something somewhere inside the handbook for the people who work the docks that say if they feel that they're in danger, they don't have to come to work. So none of the dock workers are working the docks, and the truckers are protesting. So nothing's moving in the docks or the ports.
It's COVID all over again.
I told you it wasn't going to stay up for very long.
Dude, I don't think they're going to let it go, though, to be honest. I really don't foresee California letting this go. When has
They will
California
not
ever
let
passed
it go,
a
but
law?
they will revise it.
When has California ever revised a law for the better of their people, or actually legitimately ever just repealed a law? I mean,
I
I'm
don't know. I'm
genuinely
from
asking
North
because I
Carolina. I
don't
don't
know.
care what goes on over there.
But you should, because what happens on the West Coast affects the East Coast also.
Hey,
Look what happened when Right to Work started. California started all that crap over there, and then it ended up making its way all the way over to the East Coast.
now I
Now a
do
bunch
know
of us
that it
getting the
is
Right to Work
true.
states.
Whatever happens in California tends to happen throughout the entire republic. But
You guys look at the ceiling for a second.
You could just pause yourself.
Nope.
There, I'll just
Eat it,
pull
Joe.
you from it right now, and then you can come back.
Eat it.
Anyway, when he comes back, we'll put him back in here. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's true. It's pretty sad, though. I mean, the fact that I don't want to say they set the standard, because their standard is very low and it sucks. But as far as the way that it goes with the trucking community, though, it's a very scary thing, knowing that one part has so much power that can directly affect everything else. And
anybody who has made it this far into the video or this live stream, there's one thing that I want you to know. Stop caring about what another state is doing if you don't live there. It doesn't affect you. Start thinking locally and acting locally. If California wants to be stupid, let California be stupid. Stop trying to make your state California. Stop letting the federal government dictate your state law and culture. Stop it.
yeah, bunch of wieners.
Nullification is legal.
I think he must have fallen out of the truck. Oh, he's back.
Well,
What's up, buddy? You like how I can do that?
Eh.
So, but yeah, so I mean, it is true. It's crazy though because I guess what drives me nuts about it is my bread and butter. My prime way that I prefer to run is leave my house, go to the West Coast, go to the East Coast, go back to my house. That's always been my whole bread and butter. It's like 10 days and I'm home. 11 including the drive back from the East Coast to my house or wherever I end up. But you know, it just irritates me to see that they have the ability to have that much control over the freight market. I don't understand how that is allowed, I guess is the word to say.
well, it's all just a bunch of BS.
They're
Anyway.
just upset because they don't have grits.
I don't know if California does or not, honestly. I've never gotten grits in California.
Brandon hasn't even gotten them in North Carolina.
But that's not the point. Anyway. Alright, so. Oh. Dang it. I dropped it. Anyway. Oh, hold on. I'm back. I
You
got
looked
it.
all sad.
I'm hungry.
Me too.
I'm
Why don't you
hungry,
cook
I'm
me
hungry.
something?
How are you?
You the one that's got cooking stuff in your truck. You cook me something.
Where you at,
You
bro?
owe
I'm not.
me dinner, Joe.
You know where I'm at.
Where y'all at? I've invited y'all to my house multiple times for fishing trips and cookouts, but no, y'all are too good to do so. I even
Nah, it's always
offered
gonna be on your terms.
bring you in there, Mr. Brandon, and you
Hey.
snuffed me.
I keep
Yeah,
telling
Brandon, you
you
might
that
even
I'm
make
willing
some
to come
grits.
over there,
I
but I
said
got to
one
actually get a
thing.
load. I got to actually get a load that pays me to come over there.
I said one thing about unloading a 55-gallon drum of oil, and nope, you turned into a blister.
I can't help that my wife decided to take it upon herself to start moving up to
No, hey,
Illinois to
no,
pick
no,
me
no,
up.
no. You're an adult here. Don't be blaming your mishaps on your wife now. That's just rude.
I'll do what I want to.
I hope she smacks the daylights out of you. I really do.
That's what happened though. She started moving, and I told you, man, she's already on her way up here. I can't come over.
That's all right.
I can't come
Yeah.
play, Joe. My wife's on the way.
He acts like he's got to keep me a secret or something.
I still can't have my grits.
No, but we all do. We all need to get together at my place and have a big cookout. That's for sure.
I know.
I make a mean brisket, buddy. I tell you what, I make a mean brisket.
I want steak, Joe.
You ain't good enough for steak.
I want barbecue
I have
chicken.
bought you dinner so many times.
Steak is so expensive where I live. It is ridiculous.
You
I
owe
want
me.
barbecue chicken.
See, that I can probably swing. We can still afford chicken in my state. I think, no, seriously though, the last time I looked at ribeye
We're not talking about tree chicken, Joe.
was, no, you don't barbecue squirrel, you stew it. Anyway, the last time I actually went and legit looked at steak, talking about, trucking and things and how our job affects, commerce and the price of goods and such, especially when the price of diesel goes up and California don't allow us to take freight from California anymore. That being the case, just steak. I remember last year I could go to my butcher and I could get 1.25-inch steaks, and I could get one for everyone in my family. And that's me, my wife, and all the kids. And I'd only pay like $50.
Now it's
Just-
like $250.
Yeah, it's like $50 a steak for the same steak I was buying last year because of how expensive everything has gotten with these fuel prices and just the amount of inflation. That to do the exact same steaks would cost me literally about 4 times the price. It's ridiculous. So
But Joe, you're making all that money over here. You were saying,
just because I make money don't mean I'm going to waste it on stupid things. I'm not paying $50
Hey,
Steak.
wasting money on steak is not stupid.
It is very
Wasting
stupid.
money on steak
It
for
is not
friends is
stupid.
not stupid.
Dude, I can buy
Eating
10
eating fatty steak is one of the healthiest things you could ever do for your body, sir.
I
Yeah,
don't even
Joe.
care. Okay. I can buy 5 chickens for what one steak would cost in my
Chicken's a
county.
lean meat. It's not as healthy.
That's why you eat it with butter, dummy.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Don't inject your chicken with butter. But no, like seriously, it's crazy how much
All right,
everything
Butterball.
uh, has actually just straight ran the course and how expensive everything's gotten over the last year. It's just crazy.
I'm about
So,
sick and tired of it.
oh, absolutely. Like
I'm gonna
I'm
just
just
move to Alaska.
I am watching everything go straight down to the crapper, and there's just in a fiery ball of flames, and I'm like, please, just crash already. Just drop the bottom out, and let it all fall down, so we can equalize and go back to something reasonable. You
You
know,
know what my biggest disappointment in life so far has been?
Not eating grits.
Nope.
not having a brisket.
No.
What?
Um, being told that California will one day fall into the ocean and it just hasn't done it yet.
Dude, someone straight just commented on one of my videos saying that.
Really?
Yeah. Um, what was it? Where is it? I'll read it word for word. Where's he at? I had just seen this.
Quit making all that
Um,
damn noise!
Ah!
yeah. He goes, California should just fall off the United States already.
You know, everybody likes to bring up Texas v. White, a Supreme Court decision that
No, it's Roe v.
everybody
Wait, oh,
no
Texas v.
Tex,
White. What are you
Texas
talking about?
v. White, which is
Okay.
what everybody likes to bring up because they think that the Supreme Court said that secession was illegal in Texas v. White when that's not at all what Texas v. White says. Texas v. White says that
I got a
secession
bone to pick with
is
you,
legal.
Brandon.
Texas v. White says that secession is legal, but you can only do it if Congress votes the state out of the union. So basically, Congress is saying that the states no longer have self determination, which they still do, because anything that goes against the Constitution and the founding principles is null and void anyway, but that's another story for another time. But yes, Congress can vote a
Oh,
state,
yeah.
according to Texas v. White, out of the union. Voted upon secession.
I got a
So
bone to pick with you, Mr. Raw.
why haven't we voted California out yet?
With all of the law that you research and read, one of two things needs to happen. Either A, you need to go past the bar so I can hire you as my own lawyer and keep you on retainer. Or B, we need to get you in a Medea movie because you'd make a perfect lawyer.
They wouldn't let me pass the bar because I actually read law, and the bar wants you to practice law that is up to their interpretation of law.
Objection! You're an objection.
You're a towel.
Best goddamn towel
I
you'll
got a
ever
bone to
have.
pick with you, Brandon.
What is this bone
Same as
there, New
you,
Hampshire
I've
lone
tried to
wolf?
call you multiple times this afternoon because I was having trouble getting my insurance crap squared away because I had to send in some stupid thing to the Secretary of State in New Hampshire, some report about my finances for the business that I haven't had any finances really. And I tried to call you, you ignored me twice.
Dude, I was dropping and hooking a load. First off, why are you reporting private business practices and earnings to a public government entity?
Because when you have an LLC, you have to.
No, you don't.
Well, then you're put in
I
Perhaps
keep
I
not good
telling
standing
you,
status,
I
and
keep
you can't
telling
fucking do
you,
it.
I keep telling you to read that damn tax book, but you refuse to
You
do
ain't
so.
giving it to me yet.
Perhaps it's a New Hampshire thing. He does live up there in Yankeeville.
New Hampshire doesn't have an income tax law, though.
No, but they want to know about business income and blah blah blah. Because when you have an LLC or anything like that, if I was a sole proprietor, it wouldn't matter. But because I have an LLC and I'm technically a corporation, because I'm incorporated,
You can be incorporated in a state, but you still don't have to tell the government anything about your business practices.
why don't you
That's
go
any
call New
state.
Hampshire and let them know that?
New Hampshire, I have a bone to pick with all them damn New England states. You don't want me to call your state government.
No balls. Bet you won't.
Don't play
No
with me when
balls.
it comes to
No
that
balls.
stuff.
You won't do
I
it.
will give you the phone number, Brain Don.
You ain't
You
got
give
the
me
grapes, hooker.
Hell, I'll even make you some grits.
we should make that a live broadcast. Me calling in the state government of New Hampshire. Wait a minute. I got a question for you.
What's up?
So, well, mainly it's for Hunter. Is this phone number to the state treasury's department?
It is to the Secretary of State.
Secretary of State. Okay. Well, yeah, it could work with her. I'm gonna tell her that she owes me
Wait, how do you
reparations.
know it's a her? Wow. That was quick. Did y'all see how quick he got up when he heard them treats?
I assume it's a her. It could be a he. But hell, it's
He
New
thought he was having
Hampshire.
Sam Ball again, Joe.
It's New Hampshire. It could be a damn dolphin.
How do you know these ain't my biscuits?
Could be a cup of grits.
You're like killing that dude.
What? What?
Give
me Chip Daddy.
Give me Chip Daddy.
All right.
Tank!
Good dog. You know he can't hear you. You're going through my earpiece, right?
That's just
Yeah, you
rude.
just made Joe and
Oh,
I
hold
deaf.
on, we got somebody else back here. Hello, we're back apparently.
I'm
Oh,
back.
Deborah's back. You missed all the good stuff.
What
I was
did you just call
talking
me?
about.
What'd you just call
Oh,
me?
I called you Deborah.
What the
Sorry,
hell,
that was my
Brandon?
neighbor's
Fire.
mother's name.
It's my grandma's name. Sorry.
Fire!
As a raise back. You missed it. I was informing
Brandon, you're
everybody
already
here.
fired.
Desiree will learn to love me. I'm very lovable. Everybody loves Brandon.
My phone had 1%, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to let it charge, take a shower, and see if they're still on when I'm done. You guys are still here, so it's all good.
Desiree, I got a question for you.
I have an answer, I think.
Stop it.
So,
Don't
I
do
know
it.
that everybody that drives for cloud trucking is 1099, but is everybody that works in administrative, are they W-2 or are they also 1099?
Like me,
Yeah.
W-2, I think. We're employees. I don't know if I'm
We
allowed to
all
say
broke federal law.
that.
We're all
Shut up,
rebels.
Brandon. No one cares.
This is why you pay the government stuff you're not supposed to.
You know, sometimes when you talk, you sound really smart, bud, and then other times when you talk, it's like you have a bowl of mashed taters for a brain.
Shut up, Joe.
Say grits, but you ain't had them yet.
So yeah, Desiree, one thing you will learn about me really quickly is that one of my hobbies is studying law, and I know tax law better than anybody that you know.
Well,
Let me
By
ask
the way,
you this
Desiree, I
question.
got a question for you.
how about we
Wait,
stick a
me
pin in
first.
that veto of yours?
Me
I may not
first.
answer these questions.
How many chapters in income tax law do you think there are? I bet you Cloud Trucking's accountant couldn't answer this question.
If we go in to start talking about taxes, I'm gonna boot you out of here so fast.
It's just one question, and then I'm done.
You get one, but you gotta buy me dinner afterwards.
Do I still have to ask the question again? Did you hear it?
2,800. I don't know.
3.
3 chapters or 3,000?
There's only 3 chapters in income tax law that pertain to U.S.
one more.
citizens.
Oh. I just thought it was
Okay,
still
Hunter. Now,
some
what was
stupid
your
high number.
question? Everybody
So,
always thinks it is, but it's not.
Oh.
Has Benazzo looked into paperless bill of lading yet?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
We
Yeah,
talked
we were
about
talking
that
about
earlier.
that
That's
anyway.
the greatest
I
thing
don't.
ever.
Joe had asked me
You're cutting out. Hold on. What? He's cutting
They're
out.
both cut now.
Yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh. Are we maxing out the server again?
What
Hello.
was your What was your
Okay,
thing
we're
there,
back.
Brandon?
All right, so Joe had asked me what I think the future of the trucking industry is going to be. And I basically told him, it's not going to be EV trucks or any of that crap. It's going to be a technological boom. Basically, um, dispatchers will be gone away with. Loads will loads will be assessed and picked by uh, artificial intelligence. We will all have paperless BOLs and all that good stuff.
Sounds
Life
like
would
what
be
we're trying to
easier
do
with
right now.
POLs.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
think cloud trucking is really ahead of the curve. It's funny how when you talk about things for years and then all of a sudden there's a company coming out with your idea.
He
Well,
was
you
one
should have
step
talked
ahead of
about
you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's pretty cool guy. Pretty cool guy.
I wouldn't say you're one step ahead of me. You're just a couple of dollars ahead of me.
That's out of my expertise too. I'm just a recruiter, man. It is
So
cool,
Okay.
like getting
So
to
Bennett
know
got the
like
funds
truckers.
first.
I've been in sales my whole life, but this is completely different. Like I've always been about rapport, but like this is a whole new level. Like you literally like know it's like it's cool.
I tried sales one time and that's when I learned that I
Tax has
hate
gotten
people.
away.
But this isn't. I don't really consider this sales. I really just feel like it's helping out.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
really
know. Like
not.
it's really not. Like
I got a question.
I might have an answer.
I'm not talking to you. Shut up.
I'm still gonna answer.
Grits.
What is the actual? Do you happen to know off the top of your head what the turnover rate is there, by chance?
What the what is?
Not
Turnover rate.
Shush.
Turnover
The
rate.
turnover rate where you're at. Do you happen to know that off the top of your head by chance?
no,
Okay.
I don't.
Also, what she knows is that it's really low. Is what she told me.
I was about to say it probably is pretty low with everybody that wants to come over there right now.
Okay.
I mean, they just like what it is. I mean, I think the highest like reason for people leaving is because of just the rates and the fuel prices. Honestly, I don't really think it has anything to do with the company necessarily.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got another question for you. Hunter has showed me a picture of, I guess, your operating system or something. It's something about a
Yeah, I
blue
sent him that
bar.
manual.
Not the manual. It was a picture, and it's like one line showed like the money that you need to make, and another one was the goal that you want to try and reach, and then you had this blue bar. What is
I have
that?
for what you actually made.
Within the app.
Somebody had shipped had sent it over to me that works there, that drives for you guys, and it was basically a little bar graph that showed their expenses, what they wanted to make, and what they actually made.
Oh, I mean, the whole app, it's just tools to help you. So essentially, like, we're always asking truck drivers what they think could make our app better, essentially. So, um, so essentially, you're going to have your goal, you're going to have your expenses. You know that your truck payment's this much, your insurance is this much. So it just kind of helps you know what you have to make each week to stay in the green, I guess, and not in the red or break even. So there's just different tools like that to help you guys
Man,
manage.
USA could definitely learn a lot from you guys.
USA's cheap.
Is there any tools that they offer that allow like a either like say a graph or like an actual laid out as to like what the predictions on where the markets are going, other than just like the statistics that DAT or Sonar puts out or Freight Waves or things as to what the market's fluctuating? Because I feel like a lot of those places that are with those bigger places, their numbers are skewed and they're not always honest. Because the media tends to lie about a lot of things from time to time. So, do they have anything like in the
That
back
wonderful
office that
trucker
offers that kind of stuff?
I don't know where they pull it from. They share it with us, like just to kind of give us information about the industry, but I don't exactly know where they pull it from. That is all the smart people in the back end.
They put it up on Facebook once in a while, Joe, on that group.
Oh, do they? Okay.
See,
I follow them on Instagram. I need to start following that. But I mean, because we have a weekly meeting, they share it all with us, so that's where I take my notes from there. But
What is the Cloud Trucking Facebook page? That
I think it's just
Hunter's
cloud.
I'll
referring to?
invite
I
you
think
to
it's
it.
just cloud trucks. Yeah.
But they're a little bit picky about who they let in there. I had to fight to get in before I was on.
Are you sure?
I just said, hey,
Yeah,
hi guys.
I had to send a message into the main page to get
Admins.
in.
Oh, probably.
Hmm.
Make sure there's no like scammy people out there. You know, just be like, hey, I'm interested in
Sure.
coming. Yeah.
There are a
I don't
lot
know.
of bots on Facebook and Instagram and all those
There are.
places. It is.
Don't even get me started with
it is almost
Instagram.
a
I got a
full-time
following. I have no idea who half of them are.
I got almost 40,000 followers on Instagram.
It's Hunter, the reason that you don't know who they are is because your milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard.
Don't
they're
make me
like,
send you that Wendy's thing again.
That
My
don't even-
Instagram
I'm gonna
page
send it
is
to her
another
'cause she'll
company
laugh
that I
about
run, though.
She's got our sense of humor, so she'll laugh about it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hunter.
There's this
Don't do
meme
it.
about Wendy's milkshake bringing all the boys to the yard.
Yeah.
I'll
You
send
know.
it to you. You'll laugh about it.
I don't know. I see memes like that all the time.
So, how did you end up in the recruiting side of things? Not specifically like cloud or anything, but what made you decide to want to transition out of like sales and things of that nature to being a recruiter? Like, I've never
I mean,
actually
in
got.
a sense, it's still kind of sales, but I was in like telemarketing before, so like
Oh,
my
God.
role is in account executive. So I mean, but I haven't I did telemarketing like before the pandemic. And so, but I worked for a really big company. So I worked for Sinclair Broadcast Group, which owns all the news stations, you know, so it's a little bit different, but I've always been based off of rapport. I like to get to know my people. So like they reached out to me based off of my resume, and then like just hearing about the company, doing my research, because I always do my research before I join. Like it was just something that I liked because there's like a huge meaning behind it and like a why, I guess you would say. And it just, you know, when there's importance involved, then it is important to me. So, you know, yeah.
Hmm.
So they reached out to me.
Didn't you say your dad used to be a truck driver, so it kind of helped a little bit into that?
Not my dad, an old friend. I'll say that.
An old friend.
An old friend. But I never really, I don't know, like it was a local job, so it wasn't really like what you guys are doing, you know? So
Yeah, but sometimes that can be harder. Don't worry.
I mean, yeah, but just hearing about how long y'all are on the road for, being away from your families, and I don't know, it's like you hear some stories. You know, I've only been here like 4 months, and you just hear so many different stories. It's cool.
What's the communication like between drivers and their manager or whatever?
What manager?
Like a coordinator or like a
Yeah,
planner.
like a
or,
coordinator.
Is it usually kind of like
advisor.
when we talk to you, or is it so?
Like when a
Oh,
driver
you'll have-
has
Get on
questions
there.
about something, the person that they go to ask that question.
Depends on the question because there's different departments for different things. But you guys, as you come on and stuff, you will know who your assigned person is, you know, for those types of questions. Whoever your sales rep is, you can always text me. Like, let's just say I'm your sales rep, then you could text me and I can find the answer for you since we have like an established relationship. So it's always one thing you can do. But
Let me
if
give you a
it's
quick
like
example.
issues
So,
with booking a load or something or whatever, there's like a different pod for that. If it's issues with payments, there's like different people for that. But we'll always, you know.
because I'm down to an hour and 13 minutes left that I could drive, and
Mhm.
I've been trying to talk to nighttime dispatch.
That's problem one. Nighttime.
Since 6:45 this afternoon, and I've only heard back twice. And the last thing that I heard was trying to see if the LC can get with someone to find out what we need to do. I don't even know who LC is, and That was at 9:23. It's now 10:43. So communication for me is one of the biggest things. Like if there's a problem with the load, in the trucking industry, time is money.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got crap like this where you're not trying to figure out a problem, I get pretty upset. And I'm
I
one
know
of
that
those
there's a
people that
because
don't hold back.
we're not dispatchers, but I know that there's like a call center that you're able to call at any
Yeah.
time. Someone that
Yeah, I would
handles that.
imagine
I know
that there
that.
would be somebody there
Or
to
not like a
get in
call
touch
center,
of.
but yeah, there's someone that you can, reach out
I
to
think
if you're
most of
having
those numbers you can text too, can't you?
Yeah.
So there's multiple lines of communication that are open.
Correct.
I like that.
Like I've said to her a couple times, it looks like Cloud Trucks built their back office before they expanded their drivers, which is a smart way to do it.
I'm not saying that I know everything. I by far do not. I'm still learning, but I can always find the answer. That's one thing. I tell Hunter that all the time. I'm like, I don't know right now, but I'll find it to you within an hour or two or something.
Well, they
So
have this wonderful thing. It's kind of like a social media of its own. They can put up questions, and anybody at Cloud Trucks can answer it.
So basically, Desiree, you tend to do as much research as you can, so that you know what you're talking about.
sometimes, but there's always new questions that I've never been asked before. So it's always learning curve, Every driver is
Guys,
from different areas and stuff like that, so it's always learning,
yeah, guys, I'm gonna send her a copy of the tax book.
Oh,
I told you that's strike 2, Brandon.
Bite me.
Strike 3, and we won't be best friends no more. We're gonna have.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Yes, we
there won't be any
will.
more grits.
There will not be any more room for activities.
Yes, there will.
No, Brandon, you can't use power tools.
Yes, I can. They're my favorite.
Strike 3, we're gonna start calling you Flower Power.
You already do. You get on my damn nerves.
One of these days, you're going to be like the first male Powerpuff Girl. What's going to happen?
Desiree, don't you start.
Oh,
Yes.
Ooh, and we can call him Grit Girl. Yes. Grit power. Dun, 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 dun. We get you a shirt that says GP on it.
Joe, we're
And
about
then
to not
on the
be
back-
we're about to not be friends anymore, Joe.
And on the back, it'll have girl
Joe.
power, word girl scratched out, and it'll say Grit Power.
He's about to hate me too, and then he's not going to ask me no more questions.
You know, the sad thing is, I gotta think I can actually do that on. I got a business account with them, so I can actually do this.
I'll make a video of me burning it.
Don't worry, I'll buy you another one every time.
I'll just send you more videos of you wasting
One of
your
these
money
days.
on products that I get to burn.
One of these days, I'm gonna get it put on a sticker, and I'm gonna find your truck and stick it right on your truck, right in
Oh,
your mirror.
oh my god. Okay, so
That's vandalism.
Hold on. Best thing ever. Okay, so you know how like people suck at driving, right? So
Yes.
there are 2 things everybody needs to keep in their truck and or their car. One is sidewalk chalk, because people suck at parking. Number 2 is suction cup dinglings of varying sizes in the trash bag next to your truck, next to your seat. So when that one guy is being a complete butthole and doesn't know how to drive appropriately, depending on the size of his offense, you can give him a matching size dingling to stick right on his window, so everyone now knows they are a prick.
Chuck it out the window, going down the road.
Yeah, it's just like throwing knives, man. It's super easy. Once you get past the flex, I mean, because knives don't flex and those do, just, man, you can get some distance with them things and stick them like an axe on a piece of wood.
Oh
She's
my
just
god.
sitting there shaking her head with no comment, being like, no.
I'm sorry. Please forgive.
I need like a big bushel of those for everybody in Atlanta.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
And we just need to drop those out of a helicopter and fill Atlanta with them.
Let it rain sticky pricks all over Atlanta.
Do you have a lot of people that watch your stream? I'm just curious how long you've been doing this for.
I've only started streaming in the last couple of months. I've been doing YouTube for the last year,
Hmm.
and it's just now starting to take off and build regularly. I try to do at least one recorded video a week and at least a stream a week. It doesn't always happen because trucking's kind of a crazy thing, but
Trucking is
um,
trucking.
my shorts get the majority of my views right now, and that's what builds a lot of my channels. But like, I've got some long form content that's got like 3,000, 4,000, or three ish, 3.5, 4,000 views, and I've got shorts that are 12 and 15 and 3,400, and it's sporadic and all over the place. But I'm pulling about 32 to 38 subscribers every month, so.
So like a live stream like this, how many people generally watch?
Um, it varies. They kind of bounce in and out. Sometimes it goes up to 10 or 12, and then it'll go down to onesies and twosies, and then go back up. It just depends as people come in or
Oh,
out.
okay. I was just curious.
I tend to catch quite a few on the replay, so it all depends.
Hunter said that he was going to start a YouTube channel when he got his Volvo, and he ain't done it yet.
Yeah,
I have, but I
Flatter.
would never do anything with it.
No.
yeah. I
I
set
just
him
hop in
up
on
with
shows all the time.
yeah. Get your own. Make your own stuff. Then I can go pester you.
I started
That's-
doing mine
that's
when
how
I came to
collaboration
USA
works.
Truck the first time, like 9 months ago. And the only reason I started it was because I went to USA Truck the first time specifically to do a lease purchase. So I was going to start YouTubing off of that, and it kind of screwed up because I went with SFI, same
Atlanta
place that
sucks.
Hunter did, and I was going to get a brand new Freightliner. COVID hit, and the part shortage and the chip shortage screwed me out of just about everything.
Dude, I saved your keister on that one.
No kidding. SFI ended up calling me one day and was like, "Hey, you got two options. We can either give you your deposit back, or we can keep you on the list for your truck because your truck has been pushed out to about a year. I would be getting my truck probably right about now."
And luckily, I
So-
went for the Volvo, and I got mine not too long after they said I was going to get it.
What? You're what?
Who?
Why don't you open the door? I can't hear you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to my kid.
God, Hunter,
Where
why you
was
put her
my
on the
house?
spot like that for, you weirdo? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. They're crazy.
It's all right.
They always.
Kids
They're crazy. Okay.
So, okay. So, what is the worst experience you've had as a truck driver between the two of y'all?
Atlanta.
Not today.
No, it's Atlanta. Anytime, Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's rough.
I'm
What's
trying
up,
to think
kiddo?
of one
How
over
you
there.
doing?
You know, a good answer for that one.
It's some truck drivers. You know when you're driving on the road and you go like this, so they honk the horn? They're those guys.
Always do that.
Everybody who's listening now, if you see a kid doing this, you do it.
Do it.
Yeah, you don't ask questions.
Do it.
I don't care if it's the middle of the night. You lay on that horn.
I don't care if you're
It's
driving
exciting for them.
team and your partner is back there and it's the best sleep they ever got. You honk that air horn.
No, I actually funny story about that. I was teaming with a buddy of mine years ago, and we were going past like this. I was driving past on the highway, and they had this parade going down on the side road.
Get off of that.
And there was just kids everywhere just doing this, like every 20 feet or whatever. And I mean, I'm not gonna tell them no. Every time I saw a kid doing it, I yank, meep, meep. I mean, this was for 4 or 5 miles, and he comes out of the bunk. He's like, "Dude, you blow that horn one more time, I'm gonna throw you out the window." And I was like, "What, man? The kids want me to do it. What you want me to do?" And he's like, "Never mind. I'll shut up." Zip.
When I drove team with FedEx Ground, everybody I drove with, I made sure to tell them, If a kid is giving you the air horn, do it. You're not gonna make me mad. Just do it.
Apparently, I'm the more sane one here because I never drove team.
I came out of CDL school and went straight into Holland doubles and team.
So, okay, I guess I'll go first. So, Hunter, you remember how touchy them Cascadias were with that?
USA just got back with me.
You remember how touchy those Cascadias were that we had when we were at that reefer company, right?
Uh-huh.
And how they had their crazy little dash and all that stuff, and had all the auto stop and start, or not stop start, but it'd brake for you, right?
Yeah.
So I was teaming with my buddy still, and I don't remember what was going on, but I had literally just fallen asleep, and I had a red sleeping bag, right? And I had the big fridge over here, had the closet over here, and just all my stuff wherever. And I'm like all caterpie'd up, trying to turn into a metapod that may one day emerge into a butterfree as I'm trying to sleep, right? And all of a sudden, I hear beep, 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 and then next thing I know, I am tacoed on the floor between the fridge and the closet, stuck in this sleeping bag, and I can't see anything because it's dark, and I'm just tacoed and stuck here. And so I pull myself out of my sleeping bag cocoon, and I stick my head through, and I'm like, "Did we die?" He's like, "Nah." Someone pulled out in front of me, and the truck freaked out. Tell it stop doing that, and I stuck the coin, and then just like slinkied my way, and did the worm back into bed.
You just reminded me of a similar situation. I was going down the road and I could see up ahead that there was a construction zone coming up. It was a 2-lane highway, and as I said, I could see it. There were cars in front of me. I had my distance kept.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm slowing down. Everybody up ahead of me slowing down. Then I'm looking out of my passenger side mirror, and I see that there is a red car who has pulled out from behind me. And what's the truck driver's first thought? Oh, they're gonna try and pass me.
Mm-hmm.
They never did, but they just stayed there. So I'm looking at the cars in front of me slowing down. I'm looking at this guy. I'm trying to anticipate what he might do. And I'm looking here and I'm looking there. And all of a sudden, my truck starts freaking out. And it's like the horn starts blowing, the brakes start locking. Every hell just broke loose for like 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like grabbing on the steering wheel and everything. That was my first experience with the whole safety system of the truck. And apparently everybody up ahead of me decided to just abruptly slow down at the exact same time. And yeah, dude never ended up passing me. I got a call from safety. What's going on? We got this, emergency, blah, 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 that went off. And I was like, well, I was trying to look at them, and I was trying to look at them, and I was trying to do this and that and everything else. And, shit happened, and, you live and you learn, you move on. Stop bugging me.
Yep.
My only interesting bad
Yeah,
story is when I hit those muffler pipes on I-26.
So hold on here. I'm gonna see if I can do this. I'm gonna try to share this video here. Let's see. Share screen.
I don't know if I want to see it. I'm just kidding.
All right. Hold on.
I seen like a TikTok earlier of like a really bad semi wreck.
You can do
Alright,
it.
so yeah,
Yo.
for this braking system that we're talking about, this is what we're talking about here. So this is exactly
Yes.
what happened to me, and that straight tacoed me in the center. Like, and this is the automatic safety system they have in there. I mean, and that's impressive for a fully loaded truck.
That's pretty cool.
That's a
Yeah.
Volvo.
I wonder what the weight of that truck was when they were testing that out.
Oh, I have no idea, but it was.
And it looks like it's raining too. I hear that's like a pretty big, another big complaint. So that's probably good too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That's never fun when those trucks freak out when someone pulls out in front of you and you're trying to sleep in the back.
Man, that is a scary
It takes you
experience.
all the way. Yeah, I mean, if you I mean, dude, when I'm team driving, after that happened, no, I wore the net. I don't care how weird I looked. I put the net over me, and that was that.
So was mine. And I'm on a call.
So yeah, I couldn't find one of a Freightliner doing it, but oh well.
No, you found a Volvo.
Well, that's okay though.
You found the better truck.
When I came out of CDL school and went straight into FedEx ground team double driving all that stuff, my trainer made me sleep on the top bunk. Which
no, dude, that's illegal. You know.
I know which is illegal. I didn't know it at the time, but that's what she made me do. She would not let me mess up her bottom bunk because it was all made up and everything. So I had to sleep on the top bunk. So obviously, I put the safety net down and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that was some of the worst nightmares I ever had. I'm surprised I never pushed my foot through the side of the truck and put a hole in it, trying to stop the brake in my dream.
Mm-hmm.
That was scary.
That sounds fun. I've never ridden in a semi truck. I've never even been in one.
Desiree, you're missing out.
You know, you're not missing much. It's just like a big car, except you got
It looks like an RV with a trailer attached on the inside, kind of.
Yeah. There's there's not a whole lot of room. I mean,
it's home away from home.
From my dash to the back wall to like where my bunk is, like let's see, from the back of my seat to my bed is like that far. So
speak for yourself. I got a table and a booth and everything in mine.
I've been.
That's what I was saying because I seen the video of like what Hunter posted of his truck, and I was like, that literally looks like a little camper.
Mm-hmm. And then I've had some trucks. I had an old Mack Anthem one time when I was flatbed that you could, from the seat, you could reach back from the front seat and there was the bed. Like you had like that much room between the walk.
Sounds like my old Volvo.
Pretty much like a little cot.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that,
Hunter's gotten spoiled because he's got like those Volvo V&L 860s are really nice. I used to drive in one when I was at FedEx. Now, see, I've never gotten spoiled with a back massage. I've had heated and cooled seats, but I am jealous of your back massager.
You got a back massager?
Oh yeah, I just turned it on.
Hunter's truck does, yeah.
What? Like embedded in the seat?
My driver's seat. Yep.
What? I need one of those.
Yeah, that's why
I do too. My seat in my truck sucks. It's already got my back hurt.
I mean, I guess you get what you pay for, you know.
Well, I'm gonna go get one of them Legacy Air Ride seats and put in here.
I don't know what kind of seat I want yet.
Well, I can get you a Legacy Air Ride seat for $650.
You can get me a seat, but I really would like to have a seat that's got a massager in it, especially with all the fucking back problems I got right now.
Man, you act like you're an old man. You ever hump?
Especially when you're sitting there waiting 4 hours for a load.
Yeah. See, Desiree understands.
Man, when's the last time you went to be on a 12K ruck march humping a rucksack in the middle of the desert and have to end up...
We don't care about your war stories, Joe.
It's not a war story. That was in Tradoc. RLT was an idiot. 12K.
I got a messed up back, but that's because of kids and then a car accident I had last year.
You get a pass.
My dad's got scoliosis, a slipped disc, and a pinched nerve, and everybody knows that scoliosis is pretty hereditary, so I'm pretty worried about it. Plus, in my younger years, I gave myself, all kinds of hell. So my knees hurt, my back hurts,
Me
my brain's
too.
mush.
I used to be a gymnast for
I'm
8
sorry, I'm
years,
just over
so
here enjoying my back massage.
Shut
shut
up,
up,
Hunter.
Hunter.
Should we kick him? He's being a snob.
Boom.
We need to kick Wendy's. They
Wendy's.
got yeah.
I
They
was there
got
the other
rid of
day.
that
That
what
bacon
was it?
cheeseburger.
No, not that.
Oh,
That lemonade. What was it? Tropical
they,
berry lemonade.
they did. I went there the other night, and the burger that
Hey,
like they had for like a few months was bomb. It was like it had cheddar sauce with like bacon in it or something. It was like delicious. And then I always got the tropical berry lemonade, and I asked for that, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have it." And I was like, "Screw you."
that was my favorite. How they gonna change it up with pineapple mango?
I mean, I don't know. I bought a
Screw
mango
it.
one time to try it. It was the worst decision I ever made.
What?
A mango,
I'm getting a large
terrible.
sweet
Oh,
tea.
if they don't have the tropical, I just go for strawberry. I mean, it's good, but the tropical is better. So, is there a reason why you're
The
laying on
tropical
me?
berry lemonade was bomb.
I'm sorry, kids, man.
That's okay.
I need to get this back massage
I got a
installed into my
handful of
mattress.
crotch goblins myself, so I understand.
You're like the
Hunter,
first person I've heard in so long call your kids that, and I love it because that's what I call my kids, and everybody's like,
Yeah, we call them crotch goblins and semen demons.
okay, that's one I haven't heard before. That's hilarious. I
my
mean, I
wife
haven't heard
calls
that.
her
So,
son a bird turd,
oh my god, my
and
kids are just a wall. That's what they
the
are.
story behind that is when Bryson, my son, was younger, he used to ask his mom, you know, where did kids come from? So my wife was like, a stork. What'd she say? A stork laid the egg on. No, she said a stork pooped on a rock and he hatched. A stork pooped on a rock and he hatched from that rock.
So
So your son hatched from poop?
I mean, I don't know how insemination and all that stuff plays in, but that's why she calls him a bird turd.
So I was parked in a I was parked in a place in Florida one time. I was getting unloaded, and there happened to be like a whole like group of storks that flew in and started walking around in the little lake out there in the shallows, eating little fish or whatever they were doing. And I got the bright idea to call my wife, and I go, "Hey, hon, we're just sitting here and I'm getting unloaded, and I've got a whole group of storks out here, and they keep looking at me like they got something for me. What do I do?" At first, she hung up on me, and then I called her back and I was like, "Hey, I'm not playing around." And I sent her a picture, and the first words out of her mouth was, she said, "You put that truck in the lake and make sure you kill every one of them. I don't want no more babies. You run them storks over."
No, no more for me either, and I have two. I'm like done.
Oh,
Stop.
there he is, Brandon. What happened to you? Oh, you're gone again. Are we playing peekaboo? I don't
Here
like.
we go. Now we just gotta. Oh, he's back.
I am trying to order some food and I gotta move some money around, so I will be back in momentarily.
All right.
Now the question is, can you actually see me?
Oh my god! Stop.
Can you see me, Joe?
Well,
There's.
no.
I can't see you, Hunter. It's black. Black screen. Oh, there we go. Oop, there it is.
Yeah, I would be really.
Yeah, I told you in a second. I told
When
you
you
I'm on the
get
phone.
50 likes like I got, Hunter,
I have them. You're supposed to help me set them up. As,
it's not
as
that
well
hard.
as
You just
set up
glue
my
them to the
TV.
wall. And then you put one light over here, you put another light over here, and you have your key light up here. If you
So, as someone with kids, because I mean, I talk to some drivers like with kids, but for the most part, it sounds like Like the mom takes care of them, like they're not married anymore type of situation. So do you have like a ritual or a certain time that you want to like get back home to your kids, or like how do you kind of work that in?
So me and my wife have a very unique system, I guess. Um, we basically we I run my truck long enough to make sure that everything is covered and kosher. Once we have everything completely covered and we've got the whole month taken care of, then it's just you know depending on how much money we need, how much I'm going to run. I ever since I've been with my wife, I've always been gone or in and out or moving part and being a moving piece of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and her first got together, I was in the military, and then I started doing this, and it's just kind of one of those things. She's just always been used to this lifestyle with me coming around and um, coming and going as I need to. And basically, as long as the bills are paid and the family's taken care of, everything else don't really matter. We just come home once we've got everything squared away. So usually, I mean, if the freight lines up and I can make enough profit to cover everything, I'll go home every weekend or um, every 2 weeks.
But you're
Right
not
now,
gone for like months at a time or anything like that.
I am.
absolutely not.
Good.
No,
Well, we
no,
know you will.
I'm if it's past 10 days, I start getting really cranky.
Yeah.
When I first
So,
started here at USA Truck, I went
Oh,
home for Thanksgiving and then didn't
he's
go
back.
home for another 6 months.
It's about time, Joe.
are you ordering food on like DoorDash and you're like, hey, I'm in this truck in this parking lot?
We all do.
I I
So
order off of Uber
here's a
Eats, and I'm
funny
just like, look
thing.
for the flashing four ways.
DoorDash is so much better.
So when I
Your new
do
friend
it,
just sent me a message.
I legit straight type in the description, my truck, my number, what my trailer looks like. I'll have my four ways on, and I give them directions as to how to come into the truck stop and where I'm parked at. And
Yeah.
when they text
I
me,
guess you
I
just
will take
care more
a
than I
picture
do.
of the map and show my blue dot and be like, "Hey, I'm here."
So I've
And-
DoorDash a lot, like in the past. I never did Uber Eats because DoorDash actually pays the drivers more.
Right?
Oh,
Um,
really?
plus they also DoorDash has more restaurants on their platform than Uber Eats as well.
Mhm.
I did not
They
know
Um,
got my
that.
favorite. They got Bojangles.
but yeah, so like as a single mom, like especially around Christmas time or something like that, whatever you can do to like get extra funds up. So, um, but DoorDash, you can put very specific instructions in there, and I've had some interesting ones, that's for sure. But I have never driven or delivered to a truck driver. But we don't
Yeah,
have any truck stops like near me. We got a Walmart parking lot. That's all we got. But
see, that's the weird thing. Every time I order from DoorDash, they're always like, "Wow, I've never done this before," and I'm like, "Really? Like,
but
not a common thing? Like, I do it all the time."
I usually
I'm a
get the wow. I've never had so many such good directions. I'm like, wow, people don't really want their food apparently.
Oh, like apartments are the worst, because like the GPS just never takes you to the right building. So it's like super frustrating when you're sitting there driving around this huge apartment complex and you're like, I can't find this darn building, or it's like dark out and you can't see like the letters, on the building or whatever. And like you try to call the people, they don't answer, and I'm like, well, I guess you just either want cold food or you don't want it at all. Like you better either pick up or tell me some directions to your apartment.
The,
Like it's
the
so annoying.
biggest thing that I have seen, and it's happened on all of them: Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash. I've had DoorDash not so much. I can't say that I've ever had it happen on DoorDash, but I know Uber Eats, and I know I've had it happen on Grubhub. I will literally order my food, and every time and it happens at least once a month when I order like some chicken tikka masala or something. I don't know why people do this, but I will literally watch them drive into the parking lot. They'll be right in front of my truck, and they'll cancel my order, wave at me, and then drive off with my food.
Oh, they can't do that. Well, DoorDash, you can't do that. It will not allow you to cancel it or anything like that. You have to take a picture and all of that to even confirm the delivery. I don't know how the other platforms work because I haven't done those, but
Right now, Uber Eats gives you a code, and you have to give it to the driver, and that's the only way they can complete the delivery.
oh, But you can't
they're even
cancel
doing it
it.
just for
Like
Uber.
so with DoorDash, like if you cancel an order after you've already picked up the food, they will call you. They will call the customer. Like one time I had this lady that was like out in Seattle, but she forgot to change her address. So like she was door dashing to her house in the city that I live in. So she's like following my like because you see like a little map of the car and like where they're at or whatever on the app. And she calls me. She's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to find your house." She's like, "Where? What do you mean?" And I was like, so I read her off the address. She's like, "Oh, I'm at my friend's house, like in Seattle." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not driving to Seattle. That's like an hour away." So like, and so I had to call and like, cancel the order, and she still had to pay for it since I'd already picked up the food since it was like her fault. She was like all upset. And I'm like, what?
See, the worst ones for me are the ones they speak Spanish or they don't speak English. So they'll call me, and right away I can tell they don't speak English. I don't speak any other language fluently enough. And they'll ramble off something that I'm like, no, this is where I am. Look for the flashing lights in the parking lot. Oh, parking lot, flashlight. No. And then they'll cancel it, and I'll have to call up customer support and be like, all right, what's going on here? Anybody else speak another language?
Why is there two Brandons?
That's why it's echoing.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, okay. I think that's better.
Okay.
I was giving my phone a break.
Oh,
Your phone looks.
We don't need two tax professionals.
Your
here,
laptop makes.
knock it off, Hudson.
Man, did you shine that thing today, bro? Because like it looks like you got some turtle wax on that thing, bro.
Can you hear me?
Uh huh.
Shut up, Jack.
You beat me. That's not very nice.
That's not very nice talking about my Mr. Clean Head either.
I mean,
Man, that thing could
Trying to
blind
give you
somebody on a bright day.
There, now none of y'all have to have sunglasses on to look at me.
no, I just got to get the the sunspots out of my eyes.
Shut up, Joe. You get my nerves.
I mean, it's my job. So one of us has to be funny.
All right, Earl.
I'm hungry.
Me too. Stop talking about food, you dingbat.
A barbecued hot dog because it was easy and quick.
Wait, you
I had
put
to borrow.
barbecue sauce on a hot dog?
What?
Barbecue sauce on a hot dog, right?
I have before.
Oh, I was
Okay.
trying to figure out what you said. I didn't understand.
No, I said I barbecued hot dogs because they're easy and quick.
Like grilled them?
Yes.
Okay.
Burger King's original chicken sandwich plain with nothing but barbecue sauce on it is the bee's knees.
No, it's trash. That sandwich from Burger King is trash.
You want to know what? Out of all of the places, I actually had the Wendy's chicken sandwich, I think, and that one was really, really good.
Okay, so
Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is the best.
I have a total perfect explanation as to why COVID happened. I can tell you word for word, and I can prove it scientifically. Okay.
Me too.
Here we go.
Yeah, shut your
Oh,
mouth.
God.
So, anyway,
Chick-fil-A!
we all know Chick-fil-A is
No.
chicken.
Dude,
Chick-fil-A is the best chicken sandwich because it's God's chosen chicken. It is the holiest
Wait,
chicken
what?
Where?
Chick-fil-A
is the holiest sandwich because it's God's chosen chicken.
What?
Okay.
We got a
No,
Chick-fil-A.
it's not.
With that
Chick-fil-A is trash. Chick-fil-A is trash.
being
That is blasphemous.
what happened is when the chicken wars started was the exact same time that COVID happened. And Popeyes stuck its face where it didn't belong in the realm of God's chosen chicken. And when they decided to go out and play in the realm of God and play with his chicken sandwich, he punished the world with COVID because Popeyes had to put out a second-rate chicken sandwich that was not God's chosen
Popeye's chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich.
No.
Yes,
Popeyes
it is.
chicken sandwich is better, and that's why we have COVID.
No. No, because every time that I go to Chick-fil-A, their frickin' chicken is soggy, not flavorful. At least Popeyes has some flavorful chicken.
You need to go to a different Chick-fil-A then.
Yeah, no kidding. 'Cause,
I
Did
went
y'all
to the
know
one up here in Washington. It was like one of the first ones that they built up here, so that's just what I'm dealing with.
yeah.
Washington State?
I live down in Texas, but I never tried Chick-fil-A down there. But I'm a spicy girl. Like I like spicy, and I've tried it several times, and it's not like it's not spicy. Popeyes is like the chicken and the sauce is spicy, so it's extra spice. So it's like I don't
So
know.
you're in Texas right now?
No, I'm in Seattle right now, but I want to move back to Texas. I do.
Okay, well, I don't know how Seattle is. I mean, I imagine it sucks up there too.
It does.
Go
I mean,
back to
if you want to
Texas.
spend $3,000 on a 1-bedroom apartment, you're more than welcome to come up here.
I'm good.
I mean,
That's less than all my. That's more than all my bills combined.
I know. That's why I'm trying to move back to Texas.
What are you talking about? Mine's $1,550 a week.
That's
Yeah,
your
For a
expense.
two bunk truck.
Freaking, and that's because you pay extra for one, and two, it's a car and a truck and your job all combined. So there you go.
And it's because you're a spoiled little brat and had to get a premium model.
I rent a 3-bedroom.
They
It's
don't.
$550
They didn't
a month.
offer the other model for the 860.
I got a single wide, brand new Clayton from single wide.
I worked at Clayton for 4 years when I lived in Texas.
The Clayton homes by our house in Asheboro, North Carolina, is trash. They tried to tell us. So you know how like when they deliver a home and then you get to go through the home and you pick out everything that's in
walkthrough.
the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I want this fixed and that fixed. They try to tell us, yeah, everything in here looks great. You don't need nothing fixed. No, that ain't how this works.
Which is crazy because I worked as the service manager. So I started off in sales, but then the service manager like left, so I took over the service manager position. And all of it doesn't cost because obviously they have to make money and stuff, right? But when it comes to service like that, they don't pay for it. They bill it back to the factory and the factory reimburses the store. So they probably either had a new service manager or a crappy service manager that did not know how to do their job. Because they called them like bill backs, right? Because it'll show like how much money the store got back from like service related issues. And my store had the highest amount because I was freaking awesome at my job. So we had no issues with that.
Did y'all know that KFC is now 3D printing their meat? Or at least
I don't like KFC anymore. It tastes disgusting. I'd rather walk into Safeway or Fred Meyer and get their deli fed chicken.
Does the Colonel work here? The Colonel!
The Colonel!
No, and I even started making my own KFC famous bowls at home. That's the only thing I ever ate at KFC, and I make those at home now too. Super
If
easy.
you guys want the original recipe for KFC, I can get it for you. My brother got it.
I prefer
from KFC.
Popeyes.
I've never had.
I could probably get that too.
Bojangles makes the best fried chicken.
I've never heard of
No.
I've never been to a Bojangles.
Bojangles makes the best dirty freaking rice.
I make the best dirty rice.
Bojangles
Actually,
makes the best Cajun filet biscuit.
I make the best dirty rice.
I wouldn't know. I haven't had dirty rice that you've made, so I don't have anything to compare it to. Sorry.
I don't even know
It's
if I
good.
can get dirty rice.
I had never made it until obviously I live down in Texas, and my daughter now loves it. But it's really hard to find like chicken gizzards up here if you want to make it right. But if I'm looking for a quick meal, obviously I just buy like Zatarain's and it's fine. But
Did you just say you eat chicken gizzards?
yeah, what?
Wait a minute.
So do we from New Hampshire.
That's called catfish bait.
That's
not
fine.
food.
Fry them up. Everything tastes like chicken.
Hey, we're from the South. Look, we eat roadkill.
Now, whoa, hold on.
Oh yeah, you ever eat chicken hearts?
Okay.
I've never had chicken hearts served to me before.
They're
Chicken
terrible.
hearts are delicious. You boil
No,
them,
we
They
do
are
eat
good.
put salt on them, and oh my
I
god.
mean, if you like chewing on leather.
Imagine eating
It's
cow
not,
tongue.
Better than what you chewed on in the military, Mr. Crayon.
and it's not necessarily like good to eat. Like it gives it flavor. You don't actually eat it. Like it just gives it flavor.
I mean,
That's
it's
all.
gonna taste like fish food. We feed them to catfish.
You feed them to catfish.
Yeah, that's what I
As
catch
Then you
fish
eat the
with.
crayons,
It's weird.
Joe.
Yeah.
Or then you take them and you grind them up and you make a paste and then you let it sit in the sun and ferment with some
Yeah,
sugar
that's
for
yeah.
like
So it might taste gross afterwards. You
that's
can't knock it till you try it.
stink bait, you know?
It's the same thing with like making your gravy on Thanksgiving. You gotta use all the stuff, for the flavor. You don't actually eat it. You just do it for the flavor.
What do you think is in a boudin ball?
I smoke turkeys or fry them. There's no gravy on mine.
Smoked turkey.
No, I'm talking about when you make the gravy. You make them out of like the stuff from the
Oh,
turkey
okay.
and
I got you.
yeah. It's not
Joe,
for
what
the
do you think
eating.
is in
It's
a
for the
boudin
flavor.
ball?
Okay.
Mm.
Or jambalaya?
I haven't had boudin in a long time. I'm gonna go buy some actually from our.
Oh man, boudin.
Here we
I
go.
got a
Here we
place.
Joe's
go.
got his favorite
I got a
place.
place in Louisiana. It's right next door to a truck stop. Them ladies in there will sell you whatever you want to eat food wise, and they got some of the best crawfish boudin in all of the world.
I've never had crawfish boudin. That sounds good.
Joe
It is
served
indeed.
it to me one
Okay, so I got really mad like a couple weeks ago. We had like they do this thing called Taste of Tacoma, but they change it to like Taste of the Northwest, where all these different food trucks, come to the fairgrounds, like
Oh man,
Southern,
I love good
Cajun,
trucks.
like all of the
Good
stuff,
stuff.
right? So there was this place, and I literally before I even went, it said that there was fried gator tail, right? And they like put it on a damn stick.
Oh,
So
yes.
I showed up
Tear up
and I was
Sunday.
like, yeah, I want some fried gator tail. I was so excited. And she freaking hands me like this like damn sausage on a stick. I said, what the hell is that? She was like, oh, we didn't get the fried stuff this year. And I was like, well, I don't want the sausage, so I'm gonna go eat something else. I was so heartbroken.
Gator sausage is still really good though.
I know, but I wasn't there for sausage. Like, I'm sorry, but like I wanted freaking fried gator tail. That's what I wanted. That's what I went there for.
Yeah.
Like,
There is a place in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, like near Dollywood and all that stuff. So, like the main strip in Gatlinburg, there is a small shop out there that has jerky made out of just about any meat you can think of: alligator, snake, ostrich.
Amazon sells a jerky set that it is all exotic game. They've got it's a big giant thing. Comes with ostrich, bear.
dude, you just gave me a good idea for my dad's birthday present. That sounds good.
It's great.
Because he smokes a lot of jerky, but we really just do like smoked salmon because we have like salmon up here, and then like deer is really just like all we.
But venison's delicious.
Venison is freaking awesome.
If you cook it right. If you don't cook it
If
right,
you
it
cook
could be
it right.
very gamey. But like,
Yeah. Mix that up. Make your own homemade hamburger helper with venison. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Nah,
kind of like or like goulash or something. It's really good with venison.
grind it up, put it in chili, take the back straps, turn them into butterfly them, get you some deer steak.
Okay, I have to ask y'all if this is a northern thing because when I was down in Texas, my mom's like boyfriend at the time like always made chili, and he only made it with meat and no beans. Is that normal for the South? Turn that down.
That is not normal at all.
He's like, this is chili. I said, no, it
It's
isn't.
supposed to have meat,
No, it's too sure it's got kidney beans.
vegetables, and macaroni.
Yep.
Hello.
You're scaring her away, Joe.
No, my kid decided to turn up the TV all the way, and I had to scream at him and not look crazy on the video
Okay.
chat.
I got a question for you. I've only got 28 minutes to drive. Am I gonna be able to park on your property? All right. FedEx is finally calling me and letting me know that my trailer's ready, and I got 28 minutes left to drive, and it's freaking Atlanta at 11:30 at night. I'm not going to get anywhere.
You can
Go park at the yard.
Allowed to park at.
Perfect.
Sorry?
Yeah, now we press this, and then there's a ton of songs you can pick from. I think they're mostly all
All right.
copyrighted.
Oh yeah. So, nah. Chili, meat, beans, an assortment of whatever vegetables that you prefer.
She basically told me that she was still on the phone and heard everything I said, but I didn't say anything bad. It's freaking Atlanta at 11:30 at night. Where am I going to find a park?
Go park it in the yard.
Go park at Chili's.
No, I was just curious because he was like, no, beans aren't supposed to go in chili. And I said, yeah, they are. What are you talking about? It's awful.
It's not. I mean, they're
I
called.
was like, you're making like spicy spaghetti sauce is all you're doing. It's fucking weird.
Oh man, spaghetti! I love spaghetti. I love spaghetti.
I just made spaghetti the other day.
Oh,
I just made tortellini tonight too with the hot dogs. The kids wanted tortellini. I wanted hot dogs, but I made tortellini.
Last time I was home,
And here I am eating Sbarros.
everything from scratch. I made stuffed
Joe, I don't wanna hear
ravioli
about
with
your
homemade pasta sauce, and I usually always make a big old giant batch of chicken pesto pasta too. Everything I
You're
make.
talking about it, Joe. I'm going to pay your wife to hamstring you.
I've never made like homemade tortellini. Never made homemade tortellini.
The trailer.
So
I'm gonna see if I have a exterior plug so I can sit outside.
Do I need to do that first before I get the trailer?
Hold on. Hopefully I don't die.
Thank you.
Joe, keep talking about that food you make. I'm going to make your wife castrate you.
So with the Atlanta yard, like,
I don't know, buddy. I don't go there.
Do I go to the old one or?
I don't know.
I haven't been there
Technically,
so
I
long,
thought
don't
we
know.
had three. We had the one there on the south end of Atlanta where the shop is, and they had the other building, and then now they got this new one. So I don't know. You go park wherever you want, bud.
I guess I'm gonna have to get in touch with dispatch or something. It's tripping me out that she's outside and it's daylight. It's almost
Yeah.
It's 8:30 here.
God almighty.
It's 10:30 here.
Well, everybody, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go get my trailer and then I'm gonna go park. So I will.
Wait, what
are
about
you doing over there, Joe?
what about your
Hold
food?
Oh, I'm gonna wait for my food. You can trust and believe that.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all have a good night then.
There we go. I'm back.
Oh wait, who's back? Okay.
Yeah,
Bye,
but if you look, I got my door open over here. It's night outside. One of the joys of being on the West Coast is actually being able to enjoy sunshine longer than the rest of us.
I have a
You
little-
get to sleep a lot later than
Don't mind
most
him
of
in
us
his
do.
underwear.
That's okay.
It's like 90-something degrees here for one. It's weird, oddly warm in the Pacific Northwest. So,
And it usually
Go
pretty
hang out at Joe's. Always
mild
keep
up there.
around like that.
like last year we had like a huge heat wave and nobody knew what to do because it got up to like 113, which was like the hottest it ever got. But this year it's just been consistent, like mid-90s, which I think is like perfect. I don't know.
Yeah, I got 80 degrees where I'm at, so.
I got
But-
86.
My kids really just don't like clothes. So if we're not going anywhere, then they just chill in their underwear. It's fine. Less laundry
Yeah.
from.
No one needs those prisons. This is America. I want to be a
I mean,
prison.
That's why I chose a work from home job, because nobody has to see my face.
Oh. Hey, sleepy. Want to wake up and do something tonight?
Poppers.
No, I'm going to sleep.
Okay,
Mine's already
Hunter, I haven't seen your
Hurry up.
dog. Like, what the heck? I haven't seen the legend.
Come on.
Mine's
Dude, my phone's been plugged in for like the past 20 minutes and it's still like dying of battery. This thing must take a lot of battery to be on this stream thing.
Yeah. Well, I've got it streaming. I've got it set to do full 1080, so.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not very battery friendly.
Hi, puppy.
I can get the light turned on.
Oh, you wanna see his puppy? Right here.
I see it.
Both of them have dogs.
Hi.
Don't mind his Dumb and Dumber haircut. He got a hold of scissors the other day and cut his hair for the first
Okay,
time.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, yeah, because I had spent $30 at a barber shop making it look good. And, you know.
That's all right. Kids do some crazy stuff. Mine's running.
There's
My
the wolf.
youngest is now running around learning to talk, and it makes my wife mad that he's always Dada, Dada. He's like, he's at work.
Mom, you don't get the candy.
You want 5 pieces of candy?
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I,
get it done.
I
You
think you're selling yourself short there, kid. I think you at least need 10.
Don't say that.
All right.
He gets like
Oh, if we're going
2.
there, we'll just get.
Oh no! Like
If we're going there, I'll just go buy. I'll just go buy up a whole truck of shop's candy and send it
yeah,
over.
no. So I don't know if I told y'all about this the other day, but the last time we had a big giant group of kids over at my house, and we all went to the store. Every kid got their own bag of candy that their parents were not allowed to take from them, or else I was going to fight them. And the kid got a cowbell.
Ooh, I like those. Yeah, I just like I bought like a big bag of like saltwater taffy or whatever. My whole family just loves anything taffy.
Don't say that. There's people who watch this that will kill me for not buying them taffy.
Wifey. Yeah.
That's the one thing my wife always asks for is I must have saltwater taffy, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's the
okay,
best. But it has to be okay. So I've tried like all these different flavors and stuff like that. But the best kind is literally just a bag from Walmart. Like, because they have like all the good flavors in it. I don't know, like the original flavors. I don't even know what the brand is. It's in a light blue bag. That's all I know.
Oh no, I've got a truck stop in Colorado that I stop at. They'll literally sell me like 10-pound bags of Laffy Taffy. I'll buy her one every once in a while. It'll last months.
Oh, give me 5 pieces
And
of
the only one
candy
she
because I
wants
do.
is the blue
My
raspberry.
freaking phone died.
So like I should pretty much own stock in this truck stop saltwater taffy supply. So, uh-oh. Hunter, are you there? Speak, Ubu.
Rawr.
Okay. Tank, quit scratching yourself in public. That's rude. Don't you huff at me. So, all right. So, anything else that you want to touch on, Hunter?
What?
Anything else you want to touch on?
No, not specifically.
Okay. Oh, I think her phone died. Whoopsies. Oh well.
All right, 2.5 hours is about my limit, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty well done. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.